Pearl, I'm really sorry. Sorry about the delay. I've been rushing about like a mad one today on New Year's Eve. New Year's Day. I've been for a run this morning. We're doing Red January. I'll put the link in the description. Please make sure you do sponsor us. I've been out for my food with the family and that, with it being New Year's Day, and yeah, we're now ready to go live in what is an absolutely mouth-watering fixture against West Bromwich Albion. Top of the table clash, first versus second, exactly the same points. Results today, I mean, Brentford won 4-0, but we've got 8 points on Brentford. If we were to then win today, whoever wins this game for me, it's absolutely massive. It's going to be huge. Obviously, they've got no Dean Garner, which is a big plus for Leeds United. I think Ferguson's out as well, but Gibbs comes in his place. I mean, listen, I was talking to Conor not long before I came live, and there's not many players in their starting 11 that wouldn't get in our side. It just shows you the job that Marcelo Bielsa's done. Because to be honest, a lot of them individuals in that side are unreal. But like I say, in terms of results in the Championship, if we have a just little quick scan through, obviously Millwall early kickoff 3-1 winners. Wigan won away, which was quite a shock. I had Birmingham on my little accumulator. Brentford 4-0 away at Bristol City. Lee Johnson might be for the hike. Reading beat Fulham. I said on Sunday Night Live, I don't want to make out that I do because I get a lot of things wrong, but I just didn't fancy Fulham. And as it's shown, they're so inconsistent. Stoke won 5-2 at Huddersfield. That's an absolutely massive result because they look like they were dead and buried. So that's a shot in the arm for them. Nottingham Forest beat Blackburn 3-2. Middlesbrough beat Preston 4-0. What's happened to Borough? They're like a totally different side now. I think they've got like 4 positive results on the bounce, maybe 5 now. Totally different side. QPR 6-1 winners against Cardiff. That's absolutely huge. And Sheff Wednesday lost at Hull as well, which again helps us. In terms of positionally, like I say, the league looks like this. Obviously, Leeds and West Brom currently on 51 points. This game's massive because if you look at it, Brentford winning today 4-0. Yes, Bristol City had a man sent off, but there's an 8-point gap there. 8-point gap. So, even if either team loses today, it's not catastrophic, is it? At the end of the day, because you've still got an 8-point cushion. Would you take a point? Possibly. It all depends on how the game pans out. If Leeds United were to, pepper them and Johnston was to get man of the match again, I'd be like, no, I wanted to win the game. But depending on how the game goes, before the game, do you look at it and think, right, 9 points? Yeah, I'd take that, take a point. That's fair enough. A lot of people will. But let's see how the game pans out first of all. But the winners, it's huge, isn't it? It goes from 8 to 11. 11 points at this stage of the season, and you've also then got 3 points on your nearest title winning rival as well. I'm not asked for the title. I know a lot of yous probably aren't either. You just want Premier League football. I get it. But it's huge. It's absolutely huge. We've got then Nottingham Forest as well. They're on 43, but again, they're a team that don't worry me. Brentford are the one that I would look at most, but they lost the other night, didn't they, as well, which I was quite surprised where they lost 1-0 down at Millwall. Fulham, again, as I say, too inconsistent for me. And then Millwall in 6th. Wow. That's quite a shock. But Gary Rowett's definitely got a tune out of them. 1st of February, I think we play them. The reason I know that is because me and the Red January squad will hopefully be meeting up at that game. Little joint photo and all that jazz. If you haven't already, please do sponsor us for Red January. It would be massively appreciated. We're running every day in January for the Mind charity. A few years have sponsored me already, and I probably will do your head in with it, but I'm just trying to drum up some support for me and the lads in doing that. So I am going to put the link in the description or in the comments, to this video. We set a target of 100. We've surpassed it, so we've changed it to 250. We're now at 57% on towards that target. Jaggy Babs, who's in the comments recently, put a $5 in, so big shout out, Jaggy Babs. But what I'm going to do is just quickly copy that in there as well, if you don't mind. There we go, and I'll put that in the comments. Michael W. Oh, clearly you pretend to know what you're on about. Yeah, I do, mate. I do. I don't have a clue. But there you go. Let's have a look. Let's have a click on there. Oh, I can't get in. There we go. I'm just having a read of your comments, mate. Michael, if you don't like it, mate, just leave the chat, mate. It is what it is. That's fine. If you don't like what you see, then just get out of the chat, mate. But that's fine. Let's have a look. Let me see if I can do that. Just 1 second. Sorry, guys, I'm just having a look at some of the highlights now of the previous game. You've got the own goal there from Bartley. I think it was Jack Harrison who initially had a shot in that first game. Rich Bedford, hi, mate. Let's have a look at some of your guys' comments up here. Love Leeds says, let's smash them. Mark Coleman, come on the Mighty Whites. LUFC 2K19. It's live on Sky Sports. It is. Turn off the commentary. Listen to me. Wake Up Sheeple says it's also free to watch online, which it is. But again, turn it off. Listen to me. Damar Facey says, what time does the show start? Is it 5? Because it's 5:15. Yeah, the game starts at 5:15. I was a little bit late. I do apologise. Damar Facey says Nketiah starts, though. Yeah, it was a bit of a strange one for me. I thought Bamford would be back in. The reason I say that is because I just look at that first fixture. Bamford was absolutely quality. He was absolutely quality. And with the old Eddie situation being up in the air, do we say, right, okay, move on? I've just noticed there, Michael, as well. You're saying up the baggies. You're calling me a plastic fan. West Brom are playing in Birmingham. Why aren't you at the game? Why aren't you at the game? Do you see what I'm saying? You're calling me a plastic fan. You're a baggies fan. You're at home. Go to the game, you bellend. Slaven Bilic is having a little chat. So Jack Glennie, I don't know how to do it, mate. If someone wants to help me kick him, then I'm all for that. Do me a favour, Jack Glennie. Have a chat with Claudio, and we will get him. We'll get that shite booted. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Cool, but I think he's gone now anyway, guys. His comments have been deleted. Listen, I don't mind opposing fans coming on the channel, but when you're going to spam the chat, it's pointless. If you want to come on and you are a Baggies fan and you do want to watch the game, that's totally fine. I don't mind that. But don't come on and just spam the chat. It's pointless. So there you go. And like you say, if you're a Baggies fan and you live in Birmingham, why aren't you at the game? Yeah, I can sit here and say, well, why aren't you, Joe? You're away from home. Yeah, I get that. It's New Year's Day. I've got kids. I do like to go away. Try as might. But don't call me a plastic fan when you're a Baggies fan and you sat at home watching YouTube when you're in your hometown. You know what I mean? So go to the game, fella. But there you go. We need someone for Roberts, always injured. Yeah, I've seen Conor put that out on Twitter as well, and there is a point to that, to be fair. Someone said, and I've mentioned this before, Forestieri at Chef Wednesday would love him. He's worked under Bielsa before. He'd be ideal in that role. Roberts has so much potential, and it's such a shame that he just can't seem to keep himself fit. It is such a shame. Bleed Leeds, I am really good, mate. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Evan Carruthers, who's your favourite LUFC player? It is Calvin Phillips, mate. Blaze Dragon says, up the Max Branning as per. Love it. Love it. Score predictions, mate. I'm going to go 1-0 Leeds United. Really nervous, though, I am. I can't really call it. In the lead up to the game, looking at it, I genuinely can't really call it. It could go either way. Yeah, Jaggy Bab says, get Roberts on do that. Simon Lane says, I've just blocked him from the chat. Thank you very much, Simon. Blaze Dragon, I am as well. I am shitting myself also. Rich Bedford, I thought Eddie was going today, but he's starting. Yeah, it's quite an interesting one, if I'm being totally honest. I was saying to Conor before, I think he'll find it hard up against, Kyle Bartley and Semi Ajayi, the top centre-backs at this level. Listen, he found it tough at times at Birmingham. I thought he did okay at Birmingham, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not having a go on that. But for me, he's going to have a hard task today. They're good centre backs. You know, they haven't been great defensively of late. Bartley has been missing in a few of them games. If you look at West Brom's most recent, I mean, they've only got one win in the last five, and that came against Birmingham, 3-2 away from home. But like I said, they lost to Borough last time out. Their first loss all season at home. Drew with Barnsley. Barnsley seem to have turned a corner though as well. Drew away at Wigan. Wigan is a tough place to go. Should be beating them, but it is a tough place to go. They are really good at home. Normally shite away, but they managed to pick up 3 points against Birmingham today. In terms of lineups, you've got Johnston, Furlong, Bartley, Ajayi and Gibbs, Sawyers and Livermore in the midfield. Attacking three, Phillips, Kravinovic and Pereira. We all know about Pereira, top player. And Robson Kanu is leading the line. Austin still hasn't started there for West Brom. I thought he might have come in on this game, but it's still going to be Hal Robson Kanu. On the bench, they have Zahor, Townsend, Hagazi. But look, their first 11's top notch. There's not many that won't get into our side or at least feature. In Leeds, you've got Casilla, Luke Ayling, who was absolutely immense last time out, Ben White, Liam Cooper, Alioski, Calvin Phillips, Helder Costa, Matthias Click, Stuart Dallas, player of the season, Jack Harrison, and Eddie Nketiah. A bench of Meslier, Berardi, Ollie Casey, Barry Douglas, Robbie Gotts, Jordan Stevens, and Patrick Bamford. Decent team. Craig Wright says Costa is key today. Bleed Leeds had a few mock exams, but I've been working on the Instagram account. It's going well, and now he's back watching all Leeds TV. So that's what I like to see. There's 182 people watching. Thank you so much. We've only got 32 likes on the video, so if you could smash a like on the video, that'd be greatly appreciated. Graham Maguire says Ben White has to have a good performance. It is crucial he's on top form. Yeah, defensively we've looked a little bit shaky of late. I did see that the old stats aren't we lads had put out. If you check them out on Twitter, they are really good. Listen, I'm not a master tactician, but they seem to break it down a little bit more, and we're saying that it's more so we're losing it in an attacking sense, which has then meant we're leaking goals at the back because we're not as solid in that area. But we've got Adel Mami says, hi, I'm an Arsenal fan and good luck for the game and for Eddie too. Big ups from Ethiopia. Thank you. That's absolutely huge watching from there. Galazi says, I love West Bromwich Albion. That's fine, mate. Hopefully, we can make you a Leeds fan after today when we win the game. Josh W says, come on, Leeds. Thomas Clancy saying, Josh W, you all right? You're chatting. I don't mind, I'm an Arsenal fan. Good luck from the game. Oh, yeah, you've already said. Big shout out from Ethiopia. Jack Harrison, 4 goals and 6 assists in his last 15 appearances. Been up there with the top creators for us this season. Definitely come on from last. Both him, Alioski, Stuart Dallas, they've all got better. They're all turned into match winners. But we're about to kick the game off, guys. There will be a little delay because I am watching on my extra box, so it's probably already kicked off. But here we go. Matthias Click knocks it back to Phillips, back to Ben White, out wide to Ayling. Stephen Dash says he looks forward to watching the goal reactions. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed that happens. Eddie Nketiah chasing down Sam Johnston. Oh, he nearly got there as well, and he's just had to hoof it upfield. And it's come back to Ajayi. Just going to dink it out into Matty Phillips. Oh, he's managed to find Kanu as well, and Phillips is going to get away there. Cooper chasing Phillips. Tried to knock one in, but it's cleared by Ben White, and it's going to be an early West Brom corner. Not the best start. They do look dangerous there on the right-hand side. Decent combination between Kanu and Phillips. And listen, down that right-hand side against Birmingham, they got at us. You had Bellingham gave Alioski a bit of a torrid time down that side. So it's going to be quite a test for them. He comes in the corner from Pereira. It's beaten out by Kiko. I think Costa initially got a touch on it. Bartley's trying to head it back in. Oh, it's off the line. It's a goal. It's a goal. West Brom have scored after 1 minute. Oh, no, that is not the ideal start that you want. It's coming from a corner. I think it's initially headed by Costa as it comes in, and it ends up bouncing around. Kiko gets a punch on it, can't really get it out as far as he'd want. Here it comes in, Kiko punch, Kanu challenging with him. I think it's Ajayi knocks it to the back post. Bartley puts it back in, and Ajayi gets a toe on it, really. And Jack Harrison gets it off the line. Referee checks his watch. It was over the line. It's 1-0 West Brom. It's not the ideal start that you want. Wounded. But there you have it. Listen, I think, yeah, it's 1-0 West Brom. Look, we always struggle in that area. There's not much that we could do. I mean, Bartley's knocked it back across, and Ajayi's just nipped in front of Ben White, really. Harrison does well to clear it, but it is over the line by that point. And West Brom lead 1-0 with Semi Ajayi scoring. That's his 4th goal this season. Last 3 have all come at home. Not the best start, but listen, we've got 83 minutes left. 87 minutes. Maths ain't my strong point. Still early doors. Cooper to send one long for Eddie and Nketiah to chase. He's up against Bartley. Is that going to be it's going to be a West Brom throw deep in. Phil Clark, defence is shocking at the moment. Reece Almond says, great start from Leeds. Come on, Leeds, sharpen up the defence. Scott Jackson says, terrible defending. Yeah, I mean, when it's come off, I think Ajayi knocks it over to Bartley at the back post. Bartley heads it back across. And it's just towed in, really, from Ajayi. But listen, all is not lost. We have only just started this game. Romain Sawyer's doing well. It's going to be a big ball here by Furlong. Looking long, they are. Hal Robson can't. They've got pace, so that's the thing that worries me as well. West Brom, they're full of pace. We've been in this scenario before, right? We've been at West Brom before last season where they absolutely taught us a lesson, you know what I mean? We do need to worry in that respect. They have so much pace, and Bilic is on the sideline saying, get in there, press them up high. It's not going to be easy. We knew that. Pereira's on the ball now, such a talent. One of the best in the division. He's made its way through to Phillips, and Calvin Phillips manages to get a nick on it, and it's gone for a West Brom throw. Yeah, Dino Plumley, what has happened to our defence a few games ago? We were solid. Come on, Leeds. I know we have gone from, conceding 10 in like 21 games to all of a sudden now I think it's up to 11 in the last 5 games. Good challenge by Mateus Click on Pereira. And again, it's a West Brom throw-in. Johnny Voculio says, we are bottlers. Mate, come on now. It's only just started this time. Yeah, he's dived there, ref. I think he's dived a little. Robson Kanu there. Tried to turn White. White left his leg there and he's hit the deck. It's going to be a delivery from the edge of the box. These always worry me, rightly so, because we ain't great at defending set pieces. West Brom will have a dangerous free kick from the edge of our area. This is going to be a difficult one to deal with. You've got the likes of Bartley, Ajayi in there as well. Bartley and Ayling having a little bit of a tussle, obviously good mates. Phillips is going to knock this in. Hand him out, heart in mouth moments. Like I say, we do struggle from set pieces. Phillips, he's had a pot shot at goal. He's put his hands like that. It were nowhere near close. Tried to catch Kiko out at his near post, and it's wide. Nowhere near close, really, if I'm being totally honest. And it's going to be a goal kick to Leeds United. And it's gone out wide to Ayling. Ayling's looking in at Costa. It's gone back to Ayling. He was put it in central to Liam Cooper. Cooper makes its way out to Alioski, gives it Harrison. Need big performances now, lads. Stuart Dallas picking it up, back to Alioski. Keeping the ball. There's Alioski. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's lost out. It's a challenge from Phillips. It's made its way to Kanu. Here's Pereira on the edge of the box. He's had an effort. Alioski needs to do better there, 100%. He shouldn't have lost the ball there. Pereira tries to get round Ben White, but Ben White's done ever so well, and he's going to bring it out now. He's outside of the foot, tried to feed Eddie. It was a good effort, to be fair, but it was a last-ditch challenge from Bartley. And Romain Sawyers tidies it up and gives it back to Sam Johnston. It's not been the best start for Leeds United, but we are only 6 minutes in. A mistake from Alioski there, putting us under pressure. But Ben White did ever so well bringing it out from the back, as we know he can do. And he's going to get there ahead of Hal Robson-Kanu again. This time he tries to send it long. It's made its way to Click. A nice little flick to Costa. And it's defended, I think, by Kieran Gibbs. And it's going to be a Leeds United throwing deep in the West Brom half. He's going to let Ayling take it. Ayling sent it to Click to Costa. Oh! Costa's crossed it in. Eddie's just missed out. Alioski to send it back across. And it's headed out. That was so unlucky. Costa tried to find Eddie and he almost did. Here's Click. Gives it to Costa. Can he send another one in? He's on his left foot. He's put it in. Harrison! Oh, chance, but it's defended. Now it's going to be Alioski. Oh, he's kept it in as well. What are you doing, Alioski? He's tried to stop Phillips from letting it go for a corner, and he's pushed him in the back there, Hal Robson-Kanu. But basically, Alioski's tried to shield it to let it go for to go for a corner, and Phillips has just been wily and nipped in front, and the ball went long to Hal Robson-Kanu, but it was dealt with by Cooper. He pushed Cooper, and we've got a free kick, and now that's been played, and it's made its way over to Costa on the far left. Costa running central with the ball now. Helder Costa running central, and he gives it to Cooper. Run gives it Dallas in the centre of the park, out to Alioski. Nearly goes out of play. He's not had the best start, hasn't Alioski? He needs to calm down, really get amongst it. Here's Kiko. Plays it out wide there to Ben White. Leeds with the foot on the ball now. Hopefully we can create some more. We almost did get. We were close anyway with the Eddie and Nketiah chance, but it's back at the centre of defence with Ben White, and he's been allowed to run with it to the centre. Gives it to Click. That's a foul. I think it's Livermore trying to get amongst it. Get off him, man. Why are you going to put you? I hate that, the ref. Like, don't take the free kick. I want to have a word. But Jake Livermore did have hold of Click. Let go of him. I think there is that thing with Click where he does like to have a little nibble back. Is that something they're doing? Getting amongst Click, getting amongst the likes of Alioski, because they do, give a bit back when the opportunity arises. What we don't want is any sort of silly rash challenges or anything. But Ben White's going to take this. And he's give it back to Luke Ayling. Luke Ayling looking long to Jack Harrison into Alioski. Oh, he's tried to find Eddie, but it's headed out by Ajayi. It's going to be difficult. Here's Jack Harrison then on his left foot. Plays it out to Stuart Dallas, who gives it to Phillips. Phillips is going to go to Ayling. Ayling back inside. Go on, Luke Ayling, man. Oh, he's tried to find a pass out to Costa. It's ended up bouncing favourably and made its way out. Costa crosses one in, but it's well defended. That's a couple now that West Brom, I think it's Furlong that defends it. That's a couple now West Brom have had to deal with into the box. Leeds are starting to make inroads. Costa with, a decent delivery. Alioski tries to meet it, and Furlong, I think, just gets there ahead of him. And we've took the throw in. Click's tried to cross it in, and it's come off. Furlong again. Good start by Furlong, to be fair. Him and the kid who Gibbs has replaced, Ferguson. They're really good young fullbacks. Dallas, that's a lovely ball in. Eddie's just not quite tall enough to meet the header, but it was a decent ball in from Stuart Dallas, and Sam Johnson's collected it. And 10 minutes in, it's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Gary and Blott, I agree, mate. There has been some great balls in from Costa. Callum Holden asked, would you prefer Bamford up front? In this game, probably yes, mate. Just because last time as well, he gave, the likes of Bartley, Ajayi a real game. And I think Eddie will struggle to do that. The big lads, there is a lot in that. Kiko tries to play a ball out wide to Costa, and it doesn't. It doesn't quite make it. If I'm all right, I'm not watching on a link, mate. I'm watching on Sky Sports, so I can't give you me Sky Sports. No Sky Go for you. Oh, there we go. Cooper to head it out. Krovinovic. But Aileen's beating to it, and here's Mateus Click. He's looking for it long to Eddie, but it's well defended. But yeah, he's offside there. Eddie Nketiah, he's offside if the ball makes its way to him. It does seem to be playing on the shoulder a lot. I think that's what they are going to look for, them balls through. Because that's one thing where we can get that, with Eddie's pace and he is just showing the goal again. Kiko's punch wasn't the best. Ajayi knocks it to Bartley, who knocks it back across. We all know Bartley's good in the air, and it's Ajayi who gets a knock on it. Bit of a talk. Kiko, I mean, a lot of people will hammer Kiko a bit after the game for the punch, but I think he's done well initially. Just needed a bit more on it. But there you go. Quill Music says, why vamos a 1-0? I'm alright. Why do Leeds need to strengthen? Real UFC might as well play Bamford if Eddie's going. Yeah, you it'll get struck. And the oh, you mean you can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Is that better? You can hear me. Can everyone hear me now? Just give me a thumbs up. I'm giving the thumbs up. We got it. Can now. Right. Okay. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I don't know why that's happened. I thought you meant there's no sound on the TV. I was like, yeah, I can't put the sound on, but I'm just going like that. Sorry about that, lads. So it's going to be a Leeds United throw deep in their half. Sorry, should I say? 40 minutes in, it's West Brom 1, Leeds 0. Not the best start from that's a foul on Stuart Dallas. Yeah, it was definitely a foul. Let's get Costa on this, because I swear to God, his deliveries in at the box have been pretty decent so far, but it is going to be Phillips that takes it. Yeah, I agree with you. Third element games that Bielsa would go if we wouldn't get promoted. I don't think he stays. Jack Clough says someone got to comment on the next kickoff and make True Geordie give you a shout out, Geordie. Yeah, 100%. That would be huge. Let's do that. Let's make that happen. Let's get me on the kickoff next year when we're playing Newcastle. I'm all about that. He's going to be the ball in from Calvin Phillips. Oh, he's played it in low. Aileen tried to get there. We've done that a few times. We do it from set pieces, from corners also, where the ball comes in low and they try to nick it in. But it's made its way, and it didn't quite come off this time. They were wise to it. There's Phillips trying to play a nice little ball over to Eddie, but Bartley heads it out, as you would expect. It's probably handball. Yeah, I thought it was. Aileen threw into Dallas, and it was too low, and it's hit his arm, and it is handball. Shout out from Belgium for Michael Hamilton. Big shout out. Thank you for watching, mate. That's absolutely unreal. How's Roof getting on? Have you seen much of Roof out there? He's been getting amongst the goals, hasn't he? Let's have a look. Jack Whitaker, we should start in Nketiah and Bamford up front. Do you agree, Joe? I'm not sure it's quite suited to our system, the two up top. But listen, let's try anything. I'm not that's the thing. I mean, in terms of tactical knowledge now, I don't profess to know what's going. Like Bielsa, there's none of that 4-4-2, is there, with Bielsa? Yeah, you know what I mean. It's hard to follow at times for me. Costa's done well on the right, and it's well defended, I think, by Gibbs, and it's going to be another Leeds United throw. We've got substitution here. for West Brom. I don't know what's quite happened, but someone is warming up. I don't know if it's Gibbs that seems to have taken a knock because the camera's focused in on Gibbs. But it looks like there's going to be a substitution made. And Bilic is saying to him, now, yeah, Gibbo. So I think Gibbs had maybe said thingy, and Bilic is saying now. But anyway, they're going to let us take the throw. That's not ideal from a West Brom perspective. Costa out to Click into Dallas. Oh, he's tried to side foot it in the top bins, and it's gone over. That was an opportunity there. But here's going to be the substitution made. Not ideal for West Brom. Here's our chance. Costa, nice little. Don't know. No, it was Eddie who nicked it through to Costa. Passed it to Click. One touch pass into Dallas. He's hit it and it's gone over. But here comes Gibbs. Obviously now Ferguson and Gibbs both out. Gibbs replacing Ferguson, and it's going to be Conor Townsend who's going to come on for Kieran Gibbs. Don't know an awful lot about Townsend. Maybe if some West Brom's fans are in the chat can tell us a little bit about him, but he's going to come on now. Michael Hampton says he lives near Genk, but that's not going to be ideal for West Brom, especially when you've got Costa working that right hand side up against Townsend. Oh, that's a dodgy kick out. Eddie's going to bring it down. It was a dodgy kick out from Johnston, and Eddie's brought it down. He's put it out to Harrison. Harrison into Alioski. He can't control it. The ball wasn't the best. It was bouncing. Basically, Sam Johnston's gone to clear it, and it's just gone up in the air and fell to Eddie. By the time it had dropped out of the air and he took the touch, there was West Brom defenders around him. What he has done is made it out to Harrison, who's then tried to give it into Alioski in a dangerous position in the box, but the ball wasn't the best. Alioski can't control it, and West Brom have cleared, and now Cooper's got it at the back for Leeds United, and he's just playing 1-2s with Luke Ayling at the moment. Michael Hamilton said he's coming from the Millwall game. If you are, mate, give me a shout. We'll meet up. I'll definitely be at the game. Eddie Nketiah has tried to get around Ajayi, I think it is, and Ajayi's just, nipped the ball off him. And it's gone back to Johnston. But here we go. Sam Johnston then, 18 minutes in. It's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. He's looking for the long ball over the top. Phillips does well to knock it back into Kiko. Better this time, Kiko, because as I said, the last ball out to Ayling wasn't the best. They're focusing on Patrick Bamford now. He's got to be unhappy if he is fully fit to not be starting. Phillips has looked to knock the ball over. No one's wise to it. Bartley knocks it back to Johnston. And it's going to be another kick out of the hands from Sam Johnston. 19 minutes in, guys. It's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Oh, Ajayi. Bit of a hospital pass there across the back to Bartley. Eddie nearly nicks in front of him. Trying to play it out from the back now. That'd be better suited for me if they want to give that a bash, because our pressing the likes of Harrison, Click, etc. We can force them in mistakes here, and that's what's happened. They've ended up having to go back. It originally went into Kravinovic, I think. It's now made its way back. Now Ajayi has sent it into the middle of the park to Pereira. But if West Brom want to try that and play out from the back, I'm game for them doing that. Kravinovic is losing out there to Ayling, but he's managed to keep hold of it. And it's gone into Romain Sawyers, who gives it Ajayi back to Pereira. Pereira's all over at the moment, picking up the ball left, right and centre. Furling sends it long into the channel for Phillips, but Alioski has done well. It's going to be a West Brom throw. Phillips is such a unit, such a unit. I mean, Alioski's giving the line or dead eyes, but it definitely was a West Brom throw. Didn't touch Phillips. He just gave him the old shoulder barge and it's gone out. Alioski challenging with Phillips. Again, Phillips is giving him a bit of a torrid time, and it's ended up going for another West Brom corner. 20 minutes in, West Brom 1, Leeds United 0, and it is a West Brom corner. Not the best. As Reece Armitage says, great, it's a corner. Sean Kelly, yes. My man Jack says, Joe, the boss says hello from Kent. All right, mate, you fucking slag. That's how they all talk down there, innit? You all know Jack, guys. He's the crazy guy who just shouts and stuff on on the TV. What's he called? Mufasa. That's what we like to call him. Mufasa. Something like that. I think it goes like that anyway. Yeah, big shout out to Jack and Tash and well, to be fair, the Goodins, big shout out the Goodins. Tash hates that. I don't call them Goodins. The Goodins, big shout out the Goodins, big shout out Charlotte. Anyway, back to the game. But here we go. Cooper. Oh, his crossfield pass. It's gone into Ayling. Can Costa get there? He can. Stops it from going for a goal kick, to be fair. It was a lovely crossfield ball by Liam Cooper. We love it when he knocks them out. It's made its way to Ayling. He's tried to send away Costa. Costa couldn't quite get there, but what he has prevented is a goal kick, and he's put it out for a West Brom throw deep in their own half, and it'll be the young lad Townsend to take it. And Phillips has managed to win it. It's gone in, and it's going to be Livermore tidying up. There's Pereira, some nice tricks to Sawyers. That's some decent football, that, to be fair. Kravinovic is going to look for Pereira. Pereira, again, getting on the ball, looking very lively these last 5-10 minutes. Kravinovic, Sawyers. Sawyers is some player. And he's give it to Ajayi. Bit of a poor pass, though, but Ajayi's managed to get there. Oh, he doesn't get round you there. Well done, Alioski. That must have hurt. That, I think, if it... Oh, no, I haven't really connected. Jack Harrison shouldn't have let Robson Carno get round in there, in my opinion. But here we go. It's going to be a throw in Furlong to throw it in. Can we have more reflection in that picture? I'll give you that. That's all it is. You can't really see that. You can't tell me you can watch that. I mean, I'm 31. My eyes are shot to shit. I'm 32 soon, but that's no joke. Surely you can't see that. I just moved the frame across. Throwing though, and it's come to click. He was going to clear it out, and he's just passed it into no one, basically. And Kyle Bartley, in that scenario, for some reason, just absolutely hoofs it out for a Leeds United throw. Jack Wicker asked, do you think Shay Adams will come? I'm not too sure, mate. I hope. I was pretty confident the other day. However, Click has pulled down Romain Sawyers there. I've missed that. Oh, that could have easily been a penalty, you know. The referee. I mean, West Brom. If that happened to Leeds, I'd be fuming. Genuinely. What's everyone else thinking about that there? I'm not sure there. If anyone has a look at that, would you have given that? I mean, if it were Leeds United and someone pulled Eddie down in that scenario, I'd be screaming for a penalty, 100%. That's just my opinion. Michael Hamilton's birds, margarita. Is that a drink, mate? Or are you dating a drink? Eh? Is that a real woman? Now, big shout out, Michael and Margarita. Joe Matthews, we got away with one there. As a ref myself, that's a penalty all day. Joe Matthews, there you go. Doesn't matter what level you're reffing at. I mean, to be honest, you might be reffing at a decent level. I shouldn't assume. But what I'm saying, if that was Leeds United and Eddie or whoever was pulled down in that scenario, I mean, West Brom have every reason to feel aggrieved. Romain Sawyers would have every reason to feel aggrieved as well. It probably should have been a West Brom penalty. But they've got the ball here anyway. Kravinovic, 25 minutes in, it's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Kravinovic has lost out to Luke Ayling. Well done, Luke Ayling. Luke Ayling was immense the other night against Birmingham. Absolutely immense. Just grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. Can't move the pitch for him, no, mate. It's up on the wall. It's up on the wall. Yeah, they're showing that decision as well. Again, I'll just sit like that for you. You'll just watch that. There you go. PH Leeds asks, when was the last time Leeds United won from a goal down? I'm not too sure, mate, in all honesty. I am not too sure. Cooper gives it to Kiko, and Kiko's going to give it to Ben White. 26 minutes in, it's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Cooper. Santiago Lamino says, bye, I need sleeping. Vamos, Leeds, Carajo. If you're watching from South America, mate, Vamos. I don't know how to say bye. Au revoir. I bid you adieu. But yeah, peace out. Enjoy your sleep, mate. When you wake up, we'll have won the game 3-1. Jack Harrison then makes its way out to Alioski. Alioski back into Harrison. Harrison, decent work on it, makes its way into Dallas, who sends it out wide to Aileen. Costa is always an option. He's tried to chip a ball into Harrison, but Sam Johnston easily collects it. It's not the best of balls. But let's get, I mean, I don't know about this kid Townsend, but let's get the ball out to Costa. Let's get him running at the kid Townsend. Eddie Nketiah trying to press up high. Fewest clean sheets this season, West Brom, with 0. That's quite a shock, to be honest. I'm quite surprised at that. Barnsley are the only team that have... I mean, Barnsley have got 1 clean sheet all season. West Brom have won 0 clean sheets. I genuinely didn't know that. Shows I didn't do my homework in the pre-match. That's quite a massive stat. And all of a sudden, it's just give me loads of confidence. Sam Johnston with a free kick there for an Eddie challenge on Ajayi. It's gone long, and I think it's Krovinovic tries to chip it through to Hal Robson-Kanu, but it's collected by Kiko, sends it out to Aileen. We hear that a lot. Kiko, Aileen all the time. Costa. Back to Ben White. Townsend does his town end. Stephen Darcy, why the booing of Kiko? I'm not too sure. I can't hear any booing. Oh, it's good ball, that, to be fair, by Cooper into Eddie. And Eddie's not controlled it well at all. I think Jake Livermore takes it off him and gives it back to Johnston. Krovinovic back to Townsend. Just gives it to Johnson, trying to keep the ball West Brom. Eddie chases him down, and it'll go for a West Brom goal kick. He is putting the graft in, whether it's enough. But this is the first time he's started successive starts. Eddie Nketiah. Stephen Darcy says every time the ball goes back to him, the Baggies fans are booing. The only reason I would put that down to is, of course, the charge hanging over his head after what happened at Charlton. I haven't seen anything in the game where they have any reason to, to have a go in. That would be the only thing that I could put it down to. There's a lot of people in there. Yeah, exactly. All right, okay. So Jonathan Lecco, who is at Charlton. Sorry, I did not know that he's actually on loan from West Brom, so that makes perfect sense. Jack Harrison with the ball, getting round Pereira. He's done ever so well. He's running into a cloud of West Brom bodies. He tried to pick a pass out to Costa, and he was unlucky not to find it in the end, but Phillips has collected the ball. Dallas back to Cooper. Cooper out wide to Alioski. This is what we need, a little bit of pace, a little bit of zip in the passes. Harrison bringing it inside. Gives it to Ben White. This is better, quicker. That's what we want. Aileen to bring it inside. He's tried to pass it through to Dallas, but it's defended by Krovinovic. And West Brom have got the ball again. And it's Ben White nicks in front of Kanu. Here's Costa. He's got 2 bodies around him. Bartley's, shouting for a West Brom throw-in, but that's not a chance, and it's going to be a Leeds United throw-in. But that's what we want, guys. 30 minutes in, it's West Brom 1, it's Leeds United 0. Click's done ever so well to find Costa with a little reverse pass. But he loses it out in the end. Aileen, a little push in the back there from Pereira. Tiniest of touches. Surprised Aileen hasn't dived on the floor. We know he normally likes to win them free kicks, but it's made its way to Click. Click does a little Cruyffy around Livermore. Almost finds its way through to Eddie. But it's a last-ditch challenge, I think, by Bartley. Bartley's lost... That's the thing, man. They're just blocking Eddie off. He's getting frustrated. He's going to be difficult for him. I said this pre-match. He offers so much, but in terms of, and I'm not having a go at him here, but he's gonna always find it hard against big burly centre backs. I think it's Sawyer's in the end, but he just gets blocked off, and you can see after he's like. As if to say, like, fuck's sake, you're never going to get much joy the way that we play him leading the line. Yeah, I am. I will be behind Johnny. Reason being is I'm watching on my multi-room box, so there is always a little lag between that and my normal Sky. So I do apologise for that. Here's Costa then, out on the right. He's challenged off Townsend, to be fair. He's nicked it off him. He ran into a crowd of bodies. Kravinovic has ended up, he's got it in the Leeds United box, gives it prayer. First time hit straight into Kiko's chest. And Kiko does well to keep hold of it. But, Costa there, he had 3 bodies round him. Really wasn't a pass on, and Townsend nicked it off him. And West Brom were on the break. Click into Phillips. Phillips looking for the pass over to Eddie. Can Eddie get there? He's brought it down well. He's give it to Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison inside to Alioski. Back to Jack Harrison. This is better Leeds. There goes into Click. Click looking for the dink over to Eddie. It's missed Eddie, but it's going to go to Harrison. Ajayi with a good challenge, to be fair, on Jack Harrison. He's come sliding in. He's had a good game so far. He has had a good game so far as Ajayi. He takes ball and man, but it's a decent challenge. Joseph Davis said, could Goodman be any more biased? Probably not, mate. That's why you need to turn that shite off and listen to me. Ball comes across to Costa. He can't control it with his head or send it back across. And it's gone for a West Brom goal kick. Stephen Mayer says, Eddie, not physically strong enough to hold up the ball, wants it on a plate, doesn't want to do the work like Bamford does. He probably does want to do the work. He is trying to do the work, but like you say, he's going to struggle. Said that pre-match. I was talking to Conor as well. I would prefer Bamford in this game, and it's mad really because we've all been crying out for Eddie and he starts, but in this game I just think it was better suited to Patrick Bamford. We've seen that in the first fixture. He was unreal that game. It was the changing of the tide for me. I watched my video back yesterday because I like to do that prior if we've played someone already, just to get a feel on what happened last time out. And I remember saying, at the time I'd spoke to our lass and said, I love Patrick Bamford, and I never thought them words would come out of my mouth after Derby, you know what I mean? So it was a real changing of my opinion, and that's because he had that much of a good game in the first fixture. Centre-forward display was unreal. Yes, he didn't score, but he was class. Here's Jack Harrison. He's played it out to Costa. He's on the edge of the box. He's hit it first time. He maybe should have played Eddie in. I can understand why Eddie would want that, but he's had a goal first time, and to be fair, it's a decent, easy save for Sam Johnston in the end. I think Romain Sawyers loses it, gives it to Harrison. Harrison dinks one across to Costa. He's took it down on his chest and just hit it first time. But Eddie's saying, look, where was that ball through? Big Palace Stew said, this is a shit game. Daniel Moak says, Sheffield United all the way. Mate, I'm glad you're doing well in the Prem, mate, to be honest. I would like more Yorkshire teams up there, to be honest. I mean, we used to have a massive presence back in the Prem, back in the days. Now, there's you guys, right? So we need some of that in there. We need some Yorkshire derbies in the Premier game. And I don't mind, listen, a lot of Leeds fans won't agree, but I don't mind Chris Wilder and that, me. I think he's done a sterling job, to be fair. He used to manage my hometown, Halifax. Pereira's won a free kick. He's running with the ball. He's got 3 bodies around him. I think it's Phillips that makes the challenge. And there we go. Dave Webster, I still believe a 1-1 on the cards. Not playing badly. Come on, Leeds. Pereira there, running with the ball. And it's... he's died down a little bit soft there for me, but you're always going to do that in that scenario. If the ball's getting away from you, it's what you can expect from footballers, in all honesty. It's a pretty dangerous free kick. Kiko's going to have to face. It's not really at an angle where they can cross one in that respect. It might be an effort at goal, or you might get a little dink in. But it's the one from wide angles that worry me when you can get a cross into the box. But if you look, Romain Sawyers and Livermore having a little chat here. It's going to be Kravinovic maybe, or Pereira that's going to take it. Daniel, what's the Leeds score? Can they win this game? Mate, we can win all games, but it is currently 35 minutes in, 10 minutes to go till half-time. West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Yeah, it was a bit of a dive story, but I think you're always going to do that in that scenario. You're losing out on the ball. You've got 2 bodies around you. You feel a little touch, which he feels off KP, and he hits the deck. And the ref's always going to give them ones for me. I would expect Leeds United to do that in that scenario. Dangerous free kick to come in then. It's going to be Pereira, I think. He's hit it. Oh, and it's a decent save from Kiko. I think it was a little bit series going off. It's going to be a corner here. Pereira and Alioski having words. Is the sound back on? It must be my watch, you know. Is the sound back on, guys? Sound's back on. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm take off my watch because I think what's happening is Kiko well held. When I'm clicking this, Siri's coming on and therefore wiping out the sound to you guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'll know not to wear my watch in future. Big Palace Stew says, I thought we'd be doing better than this. After losing to Borough this league is crazy. I've had enough. It's time to go up. I agree. Joseph Davis, I know there's still 10 minutes left, but how quickly do you think we see Bamford in the second half? You could see him almost instantly, in all honesty, guys. He could switch it up because he's always going to struggle in that scenario as well. But here we are, just knocking it around at the back. Ben White allowed to bring it out to the middle of the pitch. Sorry, guys, I'm knackered. I was out running this morning, if you don't know. It's poor ball. I think it's from Dallas, trying to find Harrison, and Romain Sawyers is going to pass it into Pereira, who gives it to Livermore. Townsend. There we go. It's gone back to Townsend. Looks for the ball in. Give over, ref, man. KP's not happy with that. I think if he gets another, he's going to end up getting himself a yellow card. To be honest, as well, I don't think the bad challengers. I think he's just put him on the weights there. To be honest, quick flash up on the screen that Derby play Barnsley tomorrow, and obviously the scummy Rooney's going to be playing. We'll see. I think it's going to be Bartley, but yeah, I think if KP has another, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think either of them were the fouls, but if he makes another challenge in this first half, ref's probably going to give him a yellow with the old totting up procedure. Luke Ayling has got the ball. Kravinovic challenging him. He's done well to keep the ball. He's been given advantage, and he's tried to nick it through to Eddie. Leeds are probably wanting it to be given back, and Ayling saying that to him. KP and Pereira having words, I think. There's going to be a yellow card here. Oh, he's given a yellow card to Kravinovic. I wonder if we'll see a replay of that. Let's have a look. Yeah. I think it's the one for Ayling, where the advantage was originally played. He's had a little niggle at him from behind. Obviously, Ayling managed to stay on his feet, but Kravinovic has got a yellow card for that. Conor says, we're in the easy for West Brom, void of any creativity, drastically missing a 10. Our midfield with Dallas in there is so weak. As we all know, Eddie is completely isolated yet again. Yeah, as I say, he's not able to hold it up as well as as Bamford. That's clear. We said that. I mean, Conor spoke before the game. He's going to struggle against them two strikes. I mean, that's not to say, he isn't going to get goals or anything. It's just more a case of he's going to struggle against them too. And like you say, it's just going left to right a little bit, isn't it? We do miss Pablo, but anybody would, right? Any team in this division would miss Pablo and now Hernandez. Story says, what a dick commentating on TV saying genuine attempt to get the ball. Well, it's Don Goodman, mate. It's Don Goodman. What can you expect? Stuart Smith, you can see why Eddie is going back to Arsenal. I think that's more Arsenal than Eddie's choice for games, but it is quite gives Eddie a sort of bloody hell. Is this what Patrick does every game? Do you know what I mean? But it's going to be a Leeds United free kick. Calvin to knock it in. Does he give it to Click, who's waiting there close by? But it looks like it's coming in. Eddie's challenging for the ball, beats Ajayi, but takes a deflection. It's come back out to Alioski, who lets it go for a throw. Alioski to throw it in to Click, and I think it's Phillips that defends it. It was poor throw. I don't think Alioski's had the best start personally, but you're always going to struggle against someone like Phillips. KP looking to give it Dallas, but I think Robson Kanu was ready to cut the passing lane. Ben White and Cooper knocking it about at the back. We've got 4 minutes left till half time, and it is West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Early goal from West Brom from a Semi Ajayi toe, really, back of the boot sort of finish after it had been a bit of head tennis between him and Bartley. Alioski then with it out wide. Dallas. That's a lovely ball. That is a lovely ball to Ayling. Ayling first touch round Townsend. He's tried to play it in with his left foot, but I think it's come off. I think it might have been Livermore, possibly. What's going on here? He hasn't given a goal kick, has he? It's a lovely ball bomb from Stuart Dallas, and Ayling, like he did against Bella the other night, first touch, takes it away from Kravinovic. He's crossed it in. Oh, and it is. It does look. I think it's Townsend, maybe. He's trying to chest it. See if VAR's there. That's a pen, isn't it? Ayling calling for the pen. K. Peter cross one in. Ayling calling for the pen and not getting it. But I think if you've got VAR involved there, it could well be. It could well be a penalty. But listen, I'm not for VAR. I'm not gonna. It's all good when it's for you, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's not the best thing for football. If I'm being totally honest, but Ayling to throw it in here. He finds Dallas. I think it's Dallas, yeah. Stuart Dallas swings his foot at it and it ends up going for a throw in. Bartley having a go at the rest of them. Not being the best half from Leeds United by any stretch of the imagination. Joseph Davis says Bamford's been sent to warm up, just be coming on at half time. Could well be the case. Furlong then with a throw in 2 minutes left till half time. Click. Little ding. Ajayi beats Eddie to the ball. Romain Sawyers into Hal Robson Carnu. Carnu's played in Phillips. Oh, that is a save. That's a save. That's a save. That is a save from Kiko. Oh my God, he's kept us in this because I'm telling you, if West Brom go into the it's well done. I think Sawyers is he offside or is it? I think Ayling might be playing him on. Kiko's done ever so well now. He's done ever so well. No, I don't think it's offside. I think Ayling's playing him on. As that's going through there, I'm expecting Phillips to hit the back of the net and I'm hoping for the whistle. If West Brom go in 2-0 at half time, I'm genuinely worried. I think Ayling plays him on. Ayling plays him on. It doesn't look offside to me. And Ayling plays him on and he should score. And I would expect Phillips to score. We've got away with one there. Because if this game goes in at half-time 2-0, it's a struggle for Leeds United, let's be honest. We are losing to West Brom totally out of form would be typical for us. Mate, we're out of form as well, Johnny. We're massively out of form as well. We've won 1 in 4, and that was a scary 5-4 against Birmingham. We're both in a poor run of form. West Brom have only lost 2 all season. You know, that's as poor as their form gets. And one of them was against us and one most recently against Borough that have won 4 or 5 games now on the bounce. Results against Huddersfield, Stoke, West Brom and Preston. So, you know what I mean? I'm not... We shouldn't be... Said we should be beating these because West Brom are a brilliant side. That's just the genuine truth of it for me. They're always going to be a tough task, especially at home. Do you know what I mean? So... We'll see, but we'll see what happens at half time. We've got 2 minutes left to play. It's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. It could easily have been 2-0 to West Brom. Phillips put through from Hal Robson Carno. He looked onside to me. It looked like Ayling was playing him on. Kiko's done ever so well to get a save because genuinely, when that's through, I'm thinking Phillips is making it 2-0 and I'm just praying because I don't have no sound. I'm thinking, blow the whistle, blow the whistle. Thankfully, Kiko's made a lovely save. Or was it a poor effort? But either way, Kiko's made the save. And Leeds United will probably go in at half-time only 1 behind. For me, let's definitely bring on Bamford. Get them balls into him. Hold the line. Hold up the ball. Obviously, we have no Roberts, which is a shame. Because you'd like to see Roberts coming as well. I think Shackleton played last time out. Hal Robson Carno having words with Click. Here we go, though. We've got a minute left to play, guys. Can't see us getting any points today, says Reese Armitage. I'm not sure, man. We go to the bitter end. We must remember that. But I think we're just going to see this this half out, and it'll be 1-0 to West Brom as we go into the second half. Eddie Nketiah, though, playing it with Jack Harrison. They've got 4 bodies around them. Oh, that's a foul, man, Pereira. He wants a yellow card for that. I don't know why you're putting your hands to your mouth, you bell end. He's come steaming in at Jack Harrison and absolutely just put him on the deck. Jack Harrison's done ever so well to actually get round them. It looked like he was going to get round Livermore Pereira. Pereira's come flying in and put Jack Harrison on the deck. Bilic trying to defend it, but it isn't. It is definitely a foul. And there's a dangerous free kick to come in from KP. The 2 minutes are played. It's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Can something be made of this just before half time? I mean, for me, West Brom probably feel that they could be 2 up with the save from Kiko Phillips put through. But here comes Calvin, then our Phillips, the Yorkshire Perlo, to knock the ball in. This will be the last play of this half. Calvin Phillips to knock it in. It's gone to the back post. Ooh, it looked like it could have dropped onto Eddie's head. Sam Johnston gets a hand to it. And it's going to be a Leeds United corner. Let's see just how close this was. Nah, it looked like it were over Eddie anyway. It looked like it were going straight out. But Sam Johnston, just being safe, puts his hand to it. It's going to be now a Leeds United corner. Come on, Leeds. Let's make something from this. Bilic is kicking off. But come on, you're not going to blow there. They've just won a corner. This will be the last action of this half, I would imagine. Ball coming in, KP. He's played it to Alioski. There it is. It's half time. I think when the ball's come, you think you can get your left foot on it. He's tried to control it with his right. And there it is. It's half time. It's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Ajayi with the only goal of the game thus far. Phillips probably should have put West Brom 2-0 up, if I'm being totally honest. I normally, in them situations, would expect Phillips to put it in. But look, we got away with that one. Let's regroup. Let's get Bamford on the pitch, so he can hold up the ball, bring others into play. In terms of on the bench, in terms of midfield, who have you got there? We've no Forshaw, we've no Roberts. Don't think Shackleton's on the bench either. So, on the bench, you're looking at Stevens, Gotts. Could we see Gotts? Could Gotts make his first start? I think there was Ollie Casey on the bench, Gaetano, Berardi. There isn't a lot there in terms of being able to bring from the bench and give us some real drive, some real impetus in the centre of the park, like a Roberts could do. Jack Glennie said disappointed in Nketiah and the way he's carried himself last game for Leeds. Yeah, I mean, he's always going to struggle, and it's frustrating for strikers when you're up against big units like the likes of Bartley and Ajayi. And we said that pre-match, I said that. Let's have a look at what some of your guys' comments. Stephen Darcy, Bamford on second half to hold the ball but get the runners in midfield more involved. To be honest, we haven't played that bad. Andrew Saxton, think we'll pick up after half time. You would hope so, yeah. Stephen Brady says we need to sort the team out at half time. Carlos said problem is the bench gets no opportunity. Gipton Gimp, my favourite name, says Alioski is a worry. Luke Hartley, why are they booing Kiko? Jonathan Lecco's on loan from West Brom, who's at Charlton, and we have the race round there, so I think that's why that is. Freddie O'Neill, Nketiah isn't a lone striker, especially against a team like West Brom. Alioski not good enough also, but rest of them have played well. Jaggy Babs there fifth, but why are we whipping in crosses to small players? That'd be some decent deliveries from Costa, but I can understand where you're coming from in that respect. Jay Army says the bench is shite. I'm not sure I fully agree with that. Michael Hamilton said, what about Ryan Edmondson or Kun Tasmenikov? Not anywhere close. Why that is, I'm not sure. Freddie Mac says, we've not been outplayed. Yeah, I agree with that, mate. Tommy Firth, Harrison been superb. Shame there is no fluidity between our midfield and attack. DE, what did we expect? If you concede after 1 minute, they are obviously going to sit back and counter at pace. Carl Watson, Harrison playing well, Phillips having a shocker. Phil Clark, if we don't get players in Jan, it'll be our own fault. We don't get promoted. We know we always have injuries. And Luis Vidal says, Vamos Leeds. Kieran Heckford needs to sort the bench out, so there's always someone available when shit hits the fan. Joe Ladd, we got under 23s on the bench. Yeah, I understand that, mate. But you know, Robbie Gotts is a talent. I know we haven't seen him. Jordan Stevens, yeah, I agree. I don't think he's quite ready. You've got Gaetano Berardi there. Ollie Casey, he did all right when he came on against Huddersfield, I think it was. But I get what you're saying. I do. Listen. I am a little bit too positive at times. I agree with that. Maybe the bench and the depth could do with strengthening. But that's Kieran Heckford says get Nolan Kenner, absolutely unreal, by all accounts from the under 23. So that maybe that's one for the future. Jin Funk says disappointing goal to give away. Wouldn't have complained at 0-0 at half time. Yeah, I think a lot of us would have took a point. Jay Army thinks they're not good enough, the under 23s. I don't agree with that, mate. I don't agree with that. Conor Popperwell says Leeds need to put on pressure and bring Bamford on. I think we do need to bring Bamford on. Hold up play. It is vital. And I said that pre-match. I think he was always going to struggle against Kyle Bartley and Semi Ajayi. He was always going to struggle. And you can see that when it's not coming off, when he's getting bounced off the ball. They're not fouls. He's just, getting checked. You can see the frustration in his face. It is a hard slog. It is. And what Bamford is good at is shithousing centre-backs. They really get frustrated at him. He leaves little bits here and there where Eddie's too small, too slight, too frail for any of that. But yeah, I would make that change. I would make that. Jack Glennie says, where is Leif Davis? We're missing. I'm not sure if he's currently injured, mate. I'm not too sure. Let's have a look. Luke Hartley, they are sloppy at the back. If we press high, we will win the ball for sure. Yeah, there was a little passage of play where they started to play it out from the back, and we did look like we could get amongst them. And if that's the way they want to go, I'll be well up for that, like you say, because we're so good at pressing, we're so good at winning balls, nicking balls. But a lot of it's going to the likes of Bartley and Ajayi or Furlong at right back, and they're just pinging it into the channels for the likes of Phillips, Pereira, Hall, Robson, Kanu, for example. Lewis White, if we are still doing something, needs to be given a go. Gipton Gimp says, why do we constantly cross the ball and need to keep it on the floor? We ain't got high. I think some of the deliveries from Costa have been okay. I'm just watching the goal back now when the ball's originally crossed in. It's quite frustrating because I think it's Costa does ever so well to actually nick it before it comes in, but that probably does West Brom a favour. They're just looking at the goal now and analysing Kiko and Hal Robson Kanu when the ball comes in. I was just waiting for the ball to come in now. I don't know, what they're saying, but I think Jimmy Floyd's trying to say that Kiko should be on his line. I'm not sure. When he's originally punched it, I don't think it's that bad of a punch, if I'm being totally honest. I might disagree. Let's have a look. I'm just having a look at some of your comments. Just a lucky goal. Yeah, it was a bit pinball, wasn't it, Andrew, at end of day? I do think that's a penalty, though. I do think that is a penalty on Romain Sawyers. When the ball's thrown in and Click just pulls him to the floor, the ref's bottled that for me. I would give that as a penalty. If it happened at Leeds United, 100%. And then we've got the handball one as well. I think it's fizzed in by Ayling and Townsend. Yeah, he does. His arm goes towards it. It probably should be a pen as well. But listen, on the face of it, I'm not going to grumble too much because West Brom probably should have had one as well, if I'm being totally honest. So Freddie O'Neill, attacking and defending set pieces are a massive weakness. Gipton Gimp says a number 10 and a striker in January equals promotion. Possibly could be. Here's the Phillips chance on 44 minutes. That kills the game for me. That absolutely kills the game. I'd be worried more so than I am now about getting into it, if I'm being totally honest. And he probably should score, but Kiko's done ever so well. Phillips normally in them positions puts it in the back of the net. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Phillips, is he their top scorer? He might not be. But I think he's got like 7 goals this season. I'll double check. and I would expect him normally to score in them positions. Yeah, Matty Phillips is their top scorer, along with Charlie Austin with 7 goals. Bilic on the sideline, absolutely bouncing. Couple of minutes in, Leeds go behind. Since then, it's not been great. We've not really had, any opportunities of note. West Brom have had the goal and obviously the one for Phillips. But we need to change it. We do need to change it. Do we have the personnel on the bench to be able to change it? I'm not so sure, but I do think that we need to bring Patrick Bamford on to put himself about with the likes of Ajayi and Bartley. That's for sure. 276 people watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you could all smash a like on the video, let's get the likes over 100. And of course, if you could sponsor me for Red January, myself, Gary from Talking Short, Conor, Oscar, Ben from Talking Short, many, many more. Loads of Leeds fans, Jaggy Babs, etc. All doing Red January, which is run every day in January. I put the link in the comments. If you could click that link, even if you give us as little as £1, it will be greatly appreciated. And it's going to Mind Charity, which is a great charity and all focused around mental health. And at this time of year, it's quite a big time of year, isn't it? Christmas, etc. So yeah, if you could all help, that would be greatly appreciated. Sue Rogers says, "Come on, you baggies. What are your thoughts on your performance thus far then, Sue?" Happy. Story says, "This time last year, Sheffield United on 41 points. We were on 51. Still think we need a bigger gap." SJH says, "Hey kid, happy new year to you and all Leeds TV. Just tuned in for the watch along. A shame we conceded so cheaply. No height in our squad is a weak point, which we all know. But other than that, it's been decent. Third Element Game says Super Leeds, more like shite Leeds until they prove they can get into the Premier League. Okay, mate, thank you for that. Blixie Gold says, "Come on, Leeds. Leon Underwood. Who would you take? Che Adams or Billy Sharp?" Che Adams all day. Martin Naddin says, "Newsflash, Eddie has just been given a packed lunch in his P45. Alison and Marty Adams said, "Joe, would you like to see Eddie and Bamford?" But won't happen, no, mate. I don't think it's really suited to our style of play. I know there is a lot of people say, just play 2 up top and then we'll score loads and loads of goals. But it doesn't quite work like that. I think, if you ask me, I'd like for someone in the Bamford ilk, but maybe better. Do you know what I mean? And I think Che Adams could be that. Whether or not we'll be able to get that one done is a different story. Can you imagine like a Giroud or something? I don't know. We'll see. But Blaze Dragon, we have lost. The game is over. On to the Sheffield Wednesday game now, where we have to win after losing tonight. It's 45 minutes left to play, man. Birmingham away should tell any football fan that the game is not over. How many goals were scored from the 83rd minute? About 4. You know what I mean? So it's not over, guys. Yeah, the first half hasn't been great, but all it takes is for one moment of magic, like Luke Ayling did when we were 2-2 against Birmingham, where you're looking at it thinking, we ain't getting back into this. Roberts just picked up a knock, Michael Evans. James Obi says, "Happy New Year, Joe. I feel it's very narrow. We start off going down one channel and it's like kids' football." Wow, that is very strong. Colin the Cockerel, absolute legend, says, "Height has been an issue last 2 seasons. I can see 1-1 here. Army, we will bottle it. Brentford will get top 2. I don't agree. We're going up. Don't worry." Dave Galea, "Kiko is shy. You need your head testing." Just my opinion. I don't think he's shy. Rodrigo Mazza says, "Vamos Leeds, ponia huva ku ganamos." I'm not sure what that means, but big shout out. Leon Underwood, "We need Bamford on so he can press Bartley and Ajayi." Yes. Iron Dedich says, "Keeping the faith, 3-1 to Leeds." Hope you're right. Johnny Vaculia says, "Not good enough," in big capital letters. Stephen Brady, "Do you all think Milner is leaving Liverpool as he wants to come back to Leeds?" Nah. He's just won Club World Championship. I did for a little bit, but he's still doing bits and he's still an absolute baller. Eventually he will come back. Colin the Cockle and Friends, Mott Fukin T. Sellers, Callum Sellers says, "Do live in Leeds." Kieran Heckford, "If we don't get the top 2, we can still smash the playoffs." Don't worry about that. We are getting top 2. Let's not even talk about that. Adam and East says, "Vamos Leeds." James Obby, all the players get drawn to one side instead of us being expansive. That's how we play, though, mate. That's how Bielsa wants it. He wants it overloaded on one side. So then you have that one individual where you can ping it across to a Harrison. For example, if you look at our early games in the season, we overload certain areas. So then you have someone like Harrison or Acosta isolated on their own. That's how Bielsa's football works. If you check some of the T4 stuff, or if you check All Stats Aren't where you'll see that, mate. That's how Bielsa likes us to play, and it's got us this far. So I wouldn't like to question that. Conor Popplewell says, I'm happy with the point today. You will be at this stage yet. Lewis says, no pace to the attack, not flowing good enough. Adam and Eve says, go on, Joe, catch you at full time. Will do, pal. Josh Eddy says, Philip needs to stay strong in that midfield. Lewis need Roberts or Hernandez instead of Dallas. They're both injured, nothing we can do. I hate the slight on Dallas. I think he's been absolutely amazing this season. Yes, he might be limited and not as good as the likes of Roberts and that, but you can't question him this season. He's been absolutely fantastic. D says, going to be interesting if we do get an equaliser and West Brom come out a bit more. That's agreed. Stuart Smith, while it's still 1-0, we can still get something out of this. Agreed. Agreed, not agreed. Reese Armitage says, Roberts is made out of cooked pasta. Phil Lee says, would you buy in January, George, to strengthen the squad? In an ideal scenario, yes, and I think we will make improvements. And here comes the man, Patrick Bamford. He's going to be subbed on, guys. He's doing his running. I think it is Eddie Nketiah that has been replaced, and it's the right thing. Paddy is coming on. I think it was the right thing. I'm surprised he didn't start, if I'm being totally honest. Yes, we won last time out, but was Eddie's performance that great? I thought he did a good job, but I just look and think of how well Paddy's done this season. I look at the reverse fixture and see how well he's done. And what a turnaround for the lad. The fact that all I need to do now is look at the comments and see everyone saying, yes, Paddy's back, Paddy's back, Paddy's back. And it's nice to see, because a lot of us were all calling for Eddie. And we can see maybe he's not as suited. Who else? Oh, Barry Douglas. Barry Douglas is also hitting the field of play. There was a lot in the comments about Alioski. There was a lot in the comments about Eddie Nketiah. Bielsa's heard you, folks. I think they're the subs that's been made, because I've seen Jack Harrison warming up. I thought maybe Alioski goes left, but no. It looks like Alioski and Eddie Nketiah have been subbed off at half time, and that's a big statement. Barry Douglas owes us one. I think we need to see much more from him, because every time he has come, he hasn't been great, if I'm being totally honest, but he is a top player. So let's hope let's hope he can it's Alioski. Let's hope he can have a performance, guys. Barry Douglas is on for Eshjan Alioski, and of course Patrick Bamford has come on for Eddie Nketiah. Big half needed now from the lads, guys. It's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. It's top of the table clash. Come on, Leeds. Come on, Patrick Bamford, with an assist from Barry Douglas. Let's hope that happens. Decent deliveries into the box. Come on now. And as Bleed Leeds says, Paddy is daddy. Here we are then. We're about to kick off the second half, guys. Here we go. Ref just checking with the goalkeepers, and they're going to be ready to go. I think it's going to be Hal Robson-Kanu. Here we go. Sorry, I'm about to yawn. I'm absolutely knackered. Here we go. Come on then. Let's get us started, ref, for feck's sake. There we go then. Bamford immediately chasing down Ajayi. Furlong tries to play it in the centre of the park, but Dallas has done well. Leeds are pressing. Barry Douglas gets in front, and he's played the ball through to Bamford, and he puts Ajayi on the deck straight away. Yes, he concedes a free kick, but he's putting himself about. Have that, Ajayi. Ajayi wins a free kick. Here we go then. So 45 minutes. We've got to get into this game. Hal Robson-Kanu to Pereira, but Aliens. No, it's not. It's Kravinovic. Sorry, to Pereira. Sorry, guys. I'm yawning. I'm getting really tired, man. It's not the best. Not professional, is it? Ajayi tries to play one through. Yeah, it is a free kick there. I think he gets there ahead of Barry Douglas, but brings him down in the process. He's disputing it, but I think it was a free kick, to be honest. Oh, Bielsa's nearly just fallen over his bucket. Watch where you're going, son. Ball upfield and Ajayi clears it. That's the thing. We need to get it on the ground, don't we? There's a giant Bartley and just mopping everything up in the air. I think the Giants played really well, if I'm being totally honest. Ball comes back though, and it is going to be Kiko. Ayling running into central areas, gives it to Phillips. Ayling gets it back off him. He's trying to dink it through to Costa. I think Townsend's done well to nick it off, but Click gets it into Bamford. Bamford wins the ball. Well done, Patrick Bamford. Into Click, gives it to Costa. Can the ball go in? It doesn't beat the first man, but it's going to be a Leeds United corner. Bamford straight away, doing well, getting on the ball. Little jink here and there. 10 goals this season, total shots 78, on target 29. He leads the goal scoring charts for Leeds United, and he is the ball going to come into the box from KP. Oh, it's defended. I think it's Bartley who sends it out. It's going to be a throw-in by Luke Ayling. 47 minutes played. West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. Sorry guys, I'm absolutely knackered. Need my bed, me. Carries on like this anyway. I will. I'll just fall asleep. Like Big Brother back in the day. 277 people watching this currently. Please smash a like on the video. Please share and subscribe to the channel. And of course, sponsor us for Red January. Oh, it was a decent throw by Ayling. I think just met Ben White. Heads it out. It's going to be a West Brom throw-in their own half. Leeds United says 1-1 final score. I would be happy. I think we all would at this point, mate. But let's have a look. It's going to be a Leeds United. Pereira and KP. Had a little bit of a tussle here and there. My run was good, mate. My run was good. I'm absolutely knackered now, though. I did my first ever half marathon. I did 13 mile this morning. That's why I'm absolutely knackered. I was up at the crack of dawn. Never done that distance before, but it was good, man. Just knees are hurting. But I'll just have a nice little easy run tomorrow. Do a mile or something. Nice and easy. Kieran Fieldbold, shout out my friend. SJ Hitch says, yes, Paddy, go on, son. Nice to see him on, because Eddie just seems a little out of sorts. Maybe all the media is affecting him. Come on, you White. Stephen May says, what you reckon happens, Joe, if we don't strengthen in January and we blow it again? Does Rad stay? That's his club. I'm not sure. I think they will spend in January if the right players. Barry Douglas to knock one in then here. 49 minutes in. It's in a decent area for Barry to put one in a decent area in the box. And it comes in. It's not met. It's defended by West Brom, and it's gone out to Stewie Dallas, who gives it to Barry Douglas. Plays it back into Kiko. Guys, man. I'm knackered. Ben White with it then at centre back. Oh, it's a decent ball to Costa, and he's just judged it wrong. But Ajayi's got there, but he's managed to keep hold of the ball as Costa. Can he get round Ajayi? He's got Ajayi and Townsend challenging with him. He's done well to pick one out. Townsend challenges, and it goes for a corner. Well done, Helder Costa. So I believe Leeds, you'd make mince meat out with me in cross country. I used to like cross country at school, man. There you go. Here's going to be a corner for Leeds United. Bartley and Bamford challenging. I think it's Hal Robson-Kanu who clears it. Click's had an effort at goal. Oh, it nearly made its way through to Bamford, but Bartley slides. Bartley and Ajayi have had a brilliant game at centre-back, to be fair to them. They had it pretty easy in the first half. Hopefully Bamford can really get amongst them. Here's Barry Douglas to Harrison. Knocks one into Bamford! Yes! Patrick Bamford has scored! He's only been on the pitch 6 minutes. And Patrick Bamford gives the league salute. Get in there, Paddy, son. absolutely bouncing. It's a ball coming in. To be honest, I think it takes a deflection. The ball comes in here. Let's have a look. It's Jack Harrison. Knocks it in, and he heads it off Remain. No, it's off Kyle Bartley. Kyle Bartley on G again. No, it's a Jai. It's a Jai. Apologies. Bamford heads it towards goal. He's in the right place. He has a go. It hits the Jai on the shoulder, and it nestles in the corner. And Leeds United have levelled at the game. 51 minutes in. It's West Brom 1, Leeds United 0. That's 7 in his last 10 appearances for Leeds United. Patrick Bamford's on fire. Leeds are back on track. Come on, man. Let's get after it. Absolutely buzzing. A lot of love, of course, in the comments for Patrick Bamford. Does this give Leeds the boost that we needed? Patrick Bamford should have been starting the game, regardless of us winning last time out and Eddie having an okay game. I think he was more suited to this, especially up against the likes of Ajayi and Bartley. But there you go. We've got back into the game. You know, everyone had said they'd take 1-1, etc. Oh, he's taken out there by I think it's Hal Robson-Khan who takes out Barry Douglas, and he does look in pain. I've been looking at a yellow there personally, and it's a little bit after as well. No, it's furlong actually. Yeah, it's a naughty challenge. Yeah, Collaborator 72 says that woke you up then. I was going to say that as well, mate. I was like nearly falling asleep. It wasn't great, was it? And then bang, it's goal. Here's Harrison. Lovely ball in, as you would expect. Bamford running away, bam, heads it, and it's whether or not it could have been going in either way. No, it definitely wasn't. Bloody hell, it definitely wasn't going in. It was going for a fucking throw-in. And it comes off Ajayi's shoulder, and it's a shame for Ajayi because he's had a decent game, but Bamford will take that. It's West Brom 1, Leeds 1. Oh, he's took him out there, ref. Took Calvin Phillips out there. I think Ajayi. See, this is what Bamford gives you. He's just been challenging with Ajayi, and Ajayi has said the ball's then gone out for a corner. Whereas in the first half, that wasn't happening. Phillips, right, perplexed. He was absolutely taken out here by Pereira. If you look at that, he's left a little bit on him. There's been no shout from the lino, no shout from the ref. Please have a look back at that. That's naughty. And it should have at least been advantage. I was thinking at the time, why is no advantage played? The ref's just seen it and let it go. But listen, when it does go up, Ajayi's pretty comfortable. Bamford gets amongst him, and it ends up not being able to control it, and it goes for a Leeds United corner. That's what Patrick Bamford gives you. Here comes the corner from Calvin Phillips. It's into a dangerous area, but it's cleared by Bartley, only as far as Barry Douglas. Barry Douglas tries to give it Ayling, and it goes for a goal kick. But guys, if you have a look back at the KP one, it does look a bit naughty. But that's the thing for me. It's Bamford. Like straight away, he had no right to win as a corner there, and he's done that. And he's been on the pitch 10 minutes. He's scored a goal, and he's putting himself about. And that's what you want. You know, centre backs do not like playing Patrick Bamford. Not this new Patrick Bamford anyway. Costa gives it to Patrick Bamford wide on the right. He's done well there, and he's give it to Phillips. Phillips in space, reverse pass all the way back to Cooper. Yeah, Nick Richards says you are not looking tired now, Joe. Wakey. Barry Douglas into Harrison. Then combining is always nice to see. Stuart Dallas to knock one in. Ooh. Kyle Bartley's done ever so well. He's going absolutely mental because if Bartley doesn't get the right touch on that, Bamford's putting it in and it's going to be 2-1 Leeds United. Good changes by Bielsa. Good start to the second half by Leeds United. Stuart Dallas to knock another one in. Bamford try to get behind Bartley. Bartley manages to knock it out of the way. Bartley's absolutely going mental out there because Leeds are all over him at the moment. And to be honest, again, if Bartley's not there, Bamford's putting it in the back of the net. Bartley's having a really good game, but he's shaking his head. He's not looking happy because they do, like Dino Plumley says, they do look nervous. They do look nervous. We're starting to get on top. Here comes a corner from Barry Douglas. Oh, it's into a dangerous area, but Sam Johnston gets a decent punch. Costa knocks it back in. It's going to be cleared here. But it's only cleared as far as Click, who finds Ben White. Normally in this position, a centre-back, you'd be worried. But this is Ben White we're talking about. He's dinked one in, and he's just gone over. But listen, this is better, much better from Leeds United. Third element games, it is Leeds United 1, West Brom 1. A goal from Patrick Bamford, 56 minutes played. Sean McGonigal's gone big and said 4-1 to Leeds full time. What do you think? Let's have it. I'm game for that. Pereira's just sold KP a dummy, but it's gone as far as Ben White. Ribby Valley Carpenters Limited says, just subscribe, Joe. Love Leeds. Thank you so much for subscribing, mate. That means a lot. Please smash a like on the video. We have now over 100 likes. That's always nice to see. There is 331 people watching this. Absolutely huge. Joanjo over in Argentina. Hello, mate. I hope you are well. Here we go then. The ball's kicked out. I hope everybody is well. Calabria 72. Here's one for you now, Joe. Would you now be happy with a point? Look, listen. I'm never happy with a point if I'm being totally honest. I said on the face of it, at half time, give me a point. Start of the second half, no. Let's go after them because they do look nervy. But at the end of the game, if it was to finish 1-1, I'd be like, right, fair enough. It's as you were. I think that's a bit. Hal Robson-Kanu tries to get round Ben White. Hal Robson-Kanu takes a little bit of a dive, it looks like, for me. Let's have a look at that. Hal Robson-Kanu with Phillips and Ben White round him. Tries a little Cruyffy. Oh, he's absolutely dived. He's absolutely dived. He's conned the referee. If you look, Ben White comes in for the challenge. Oh, and he just takes a dive. It's an absolute joke, that is. You little bellend, Kanu. And it's a dangerous area. It's a dangerous area for West Brom, this. We've seen in the first half what they can do from decent deliveries into the box. Leeds United was always struggling in these areas. Yes, we've got Patrick Bamford in there, though, now that is a help. But that's a horrendous dive. But it's cleared, and it's cleared by that man, Patrick Bamford. He's had a great start to the second half. I hope the Leeds fans there are singing, as you would expect them, Patrick Bamford. He's done ever so well since he's come on, but it's going to be a West Brom corner. This is going to be, again, I never like it when we have to face these. It's Phillips to knock it in. It's a decent knock. It's gone through the face of goal, and it's cleared out by Click. It's gone as far as Townsend. He plays it out to Romain Sawyers. I think it's Hal Robson-Kanu with a little diving cheat. That's poor, I think. But yeah, well done, Stewie Dallas. It's going to be Leeds United's all the way. It was a poor delivery by Sawyers, and it finds its way to Kiko. Kiko's looking long for Luke Ayling. He's found Bamford, who's dinked it over to Luke Ayling, but Luke Ayling can't get there ahead of Bartley. Bartley gives it back to Johnston. Johnston has... Go on, Bamford again, getting amongst Kravinovic. Give that a free kick, ref. Yeah, it is. See, Bamford really putting himself about. Steve Huntimari says cheating again, and yet we're apparently dirty Leeds. Stephen Brady, Nick Richards says 350 plus with you, Joe. Yes, man, that is unreal. Mick Brown, defo, win, draw, cheaters all over, and refs that don't eat carrots. Chloe Goddard says, move to the left, we can partly see the screen in the reflection. Yeah, someone said that to us before. I'll do that. I don't know if you can see much of it. Carlos Z says it ain't over yet. Agreed. There was people at half time. You are saying the game was already lost. But let's have a look. Here comes KP to knock one into the box. Tried to find Ayling, and it is defended. And it's going to be Phillips running at pace. For me, just bring him down. Because I don't like Phillips running at pace. We all know what he did to us last season. Romain Sawyers, Patrick Bamford on his heels, really putting in the graft. Townsend then running down the left-hand side. He's got to Kravinovic, back into Sawyers. Someone needs to go out to Sawyers here. He plays a ball into Hal Robson-Kanu, who finds Kravinovic. Kravinovic nearly tries to get it in from an acute angle, but it's saved by Kiko. Romain Sawyers was given far too much time there for him to pick his pass. Look, there was no one out to him. Clicks like standing there as if to say, why is no one out to him? Hal Robson-Kanu's done well to hold it up, to be fair, and playing Kravinovic, who originally passed it into Sawyers. So he's, continued his run, but it's a decent save from Kiko, and he's done well to prevent it even going for a corner, if I'm totally honest. So well done, Kiko. Cooper now gives it to Barry Douglas. Barry Douglas running back towards goal, gives it to Cooper. Nice bit of football into Stewie Dallas. Stewie Dallas running up against Livermore. Looking for a pass. Jack Harrison's giving that pass. Jack Harrison to knock one in here. Patrick Bamford to get across. Oh! He does get across. I think he's at Townsend. I don't know if Johnston's... Yeah, Johnston's got a touch on it as it comes across. Let's just watch that back. It's a lovely ball. Dallas was looking for the ball. Then he gets it to Harrison. It's first time, bang. Yeah, Bamford. Bamford gets ahead of Townsend. And I think it's Johnston. Or Kravinovic has been subbed. And on comes the young man, Kyle Edwards, for West Brom. Phillips has dispossessed Pereira. Serves him right after that naughty challenge. Oh, but Luke Haling's lost out. And I think this could be Kyle Edwards. And he's looking for a lovely ball through to Kanu, but Cooper's managed to get there. Well done, Liam Cooper. Kiko hits it long, but it's only as far as Livermore. Phillips, with some decent footwork, has a shot at goal, but it hits Cooper and it's straight into Kiko's hands. Callum Sellers says 6-1 Leeds United. Let's have it. I'm game. Costa. Oh, he's done well. He's got round Townsend. That's lovely. He's got round Sawyers. Get in there, Costa. Make the ball. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Jack Harrison. He's it across goal to Patrick Bamford. It's a little bit of pinball, and it's gone for a Leeds United corner. Costa's done ever so well. He's just took it round Townsend. Then checked inside, got round two. Sawyers and Townsend. He plays a ball to Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison's looking for the ball to Bamford. It's defended by Bartley, and I think it comes off Ajayi's head and goes back over. But well done to Helder Costa. That's what he can give us. It's going to be a Leeds United corner. And it is going to be another dangerous one, hopefully, from Calvin Phillips. And it comes. Ailing's underneath it, but it's met by Ajayi. Click. Give it back out wide, and he has done. It's going to be Helder Costa. Run at Sawyers. No, he's going to ping it straight in. Ajayi's had to get down low to meet it, but it's only gone as far as Ben White. Oh, Ben White tries to feed it into someone in the central area, and the West Brom defender just nicks it out. Sean McGonigal, thank you ever so much, pal, for your super chat, for the £2 contribution. If anyone else would like to donate to Red January, which is run every day in January, myself, Gary from Talking Shut, Conor, Oscar, so many more will be doing Red January. So if you can, sponsor me for that, please, because as I say, it's for Mind Charity. It's for a really good cause. But I do agree with Mick Brown, who says we have them rattled good. Sergio Vera says, Vamos Bielsa, Vamos Leeds, Leeds Carajo. Come on, Leeds United. We're definitely getting on top of this. And it's going to be pulled back. I think Pereira, that's a bit of a totting up now for me. I think Pereira deserves a card if I'm being totally honest. We've got 349 people watching this, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Please smash a like on the video. You know, all that jazz. It helps us massively. And like Leon Underwood says, I feel like a goal is coming. The score, Michael Ball, is Leeds United 1, West Brom 1. Patrick Bamford coming off the bench at half-time, meeting a cross from Harrison and equalising for Leeds United. And here's Ben White in the centre of the park. There's 65 minutes played, and it is Leeds 1, West Brom 1. Cooper, super duper, Liam Cooper plays it out there to Barry Douglas. Barry Douglas has done well since he's come on. Jack Harrison beaten to it by Pereira. It's gone to Furlong, who's checked. He's going to give it Romain Sawyers in the centre of the park. Leeds need to get bodies in there. Kyle Edwards makes it to Townsend. Oh, well done, Luke Ayling and Costa. They've done ever so well there, just cutting the passing lanes for Townsend, and they've ended up winning the ball. And Ben White's made its way back to Kiko. Hood has Ben 16. Cheers, pal. How's your season going, mate? If you didn't know what that was, it was a dog. Yeah. Yeah, Jonathan Roper, Sky Muted. We all know about Sky TV, and of course, people like Don Goodman and I forget his fucking name now. Keith, bloody what's his name? But here's Click. Oh, Bamford's done ever so well to get it off Romain Sawyers. Dallas has played it through to Costa. Bamford really putting himself about. Here's Luke Ayling. It's into Dallas. He gives it back to Ayling. Ayling gives it to Harrison, and Phillips has read it and come out to meet it. This is where West Brom can be dangerous, and it's made its way to Hal Robson-Kanu. He's got Cooper. Cooper's made a brilliant challenge. Oh, no, he's not give a card there. I think he's won the ball. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, guys, can't move the TV. I'm sorry. I've tried because the camera gets anywhere. Antonio Diaz says, remember those times when Joe used to say, doubt us now? That was after Aston Villa not too long ago last year. I'm trying to keep a lid on it this time, but this will be a huge result if we can pick up 3 points at the Hawthorns. But look, it's in a dangerous position for West Brom. I think it's Pereira and Matt Phillips over the ball once again. Sean McGonigal, I want to be a Leeds on this group chat. I just watched my team lost 4-0. Mick Brown, keep thinking Leeds United play to your skills. Michael Evans, we're so on top, but I dread set pieces. Yes, agreed. I think we're always nervous, especially in these sort of areas. Jim Funk says one-sided yellows. Yeah, I didn't agree with the yellow there, to be honest, with Cooper, especially when Pereira's should be due one now for the totting up for me personally. Pereira's going to knock it in. That's a decent effort, Kiko sort of reacted late, couldn't keep hold of it, and manages to send it. It's a decent effort from Pereira. Kiko tries to catch it, and it goes over, and it's going to be a corner to West Brom. Zero XXL says, come on, Leeds, greetings from Argentina. Here comes the ball into the box. It's Livermore. Oh, my God, Ajayi's tried to spin and have a shot, and it ended up going back to Pereira near the corner flag. Costa and Pereira, that's always going to be a decent battle. He tries to play the ball forward. Romain Sawyers. Oh, we nearly lost out to Patrick Bamford there. We'd cleared the ball long for Paddy. And Romain Sawyers almost lost out, but he's found Kyle Edwards on the left-hand side. That's not, man. You're having a laugh. Ayling's now being pulled up and now being given a yellow. The ref is getting very card happy in this second half. How many is that now? You've got one for Phillips, I think, one for Ayling, one for Cooper. See, he's already losing the ball. If you watch that back, he's gone. He's already going down. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it at all. It's not great. Hudders Ben 16. See you later, mate. We don't need any of that stuff. Okay. Don't mind opposing fans if you're going to come and be normal. Don't start just being horrible for the sake of being horrible, fella. Mikey Mill, refs lost it. Every challenger card now. It definitely looks that way. Michael Hampton says, shocking ref, the Football League is corrupt. I do think he's got a little bit card happy in this second half with the amount of yellows he's pulled out for Leeds United there. But 70 minutes in, guys. 20 left to play. It's West Brom 1, Leeds 1. Phillips pinging a ball. It's met by Ajayi, though, and it's going to be Romain Sawyers who tries to dink one over to Pereira. Pereira's going to smash one in on his left foot, and it makes its way all the way out to, I think, is it Livermore? He tries to put one back in to Hal Robson-Kanu. Hal Robson-Kanu is good with his back to goal. Kyle Edwards to Livermore. Don't let him come in on his left. Do not let him come in on his left. Phillips was allowed to come in on his left. He's had a shot at goal and it's gone high and wide. Here we go, yeah. Phillips, little step over. Don't let him on his left, I'm saying. We let him on his left. He has a shot. It goes high and wide. And here is Ben White then. 71 minutes played. It's West Brom 1. It's Leeds United 1. Ayling into Ben White. Ben White's sold How Robson Carney with Kipper. Here's Costa. Click. Oh, that's a naughty challenge. It's about time. Bartley, get your card out. See, he's getting a card out now. Bartley really left a bit on on Patrick Bamford there, and he gives Bartley a yellow card. It's on. Leeds United said it's all West Brom. No, I think we've been good in the second half, mate. Last 5 maybe. Bartley comes out to challenge Bamford, and it takes him out on halfway, and he's booked. And now it's going to be a Leeds United set piece on halfway. I'd imagine KP is going to send this. No, it's going to be Luke Ayling. He's dinked that one over for Stuart Dallas. If he can get a touch, it's made it. Oh, yes, Jack Harrison. No, it needed to be on the deck. It needed to be on the deck. It made its way all the way over to Jack Harrison. I don't know if the possibility was there, but it needed to be on the deck. But Cooper's done well. Ooh, it's a good challenge, but it's going to be a Leeds United throw. When the ball's come across to Jack Harrison there, for me, if it was a possibility without seeing it on a replay, it really needs to be on the deck back to Costa, I think it was, but it was in the air and the chance had gone. Luke Ayling's trying to send one long to Costa. Townsend. Oh, Cooper's got to get there, and he has. Well done, Liam Cooper. It's very much pinball at the moment. It's up in the air. It's bouncing from one team to the next. It's a Leeds United throw, isn't it? Yeah, Luke Ayling. Stuart Dallas wants it. Stuart Dallas wants it there. Yeah, and he's give it Stuart Dallas. Oh, he smashed one over. Oh, well done, Stuart Dallas. The ingenuity there. He's looked at it. He said, give me the ball. He smashed it over to the left-hand side. Harrison on his own out there. And Furlong doesn't know what to do with it. He's got Harrison coming in behind, so he sticks his head on it and he's going for a Leeds United corner. Well done, Stuart Dallas. And like Mickey Moo says, or Mikey Moo, Stewie, super Dallas from Michael Evans as well. My player of the season. In the ball comes. Can it be met? It's met by Ben White. It's gone as far as Cooper. Costa should shout for that there. I think Costa's in a little bit of a better position. This comes over. Ben White gets a nick on it. Yeah, maybe should he have left it for Costa to drop to, but Cooper sticks his head on it. Yeah, not ideal. Let's have a look. Tyson Tony says correct score, 2-2. But it is currently, at this moment in time, West Brom 1, Leeds 1, 74 minutes played. Sam Johnston to kick long. Hasn't done well with it though, and it looks like it's going to go for a Leeds United throw, which it has. Barry Douglas has stood up to the test of Phillips, to be fair, and he's thrown the ball long to Patrick Bamford. Bamford being challenged, and there you go, see what I mean? Cat amongst the pigeons, Bamford. The ball comes in, it's headed, I think, by Furlong, and Bamford, again, he's just able to check. He's able to keep hold of Furlong to stop him preventing it going for a corner, and it's going to be another corner for Leeds United now. This could be huge, man. This result could be huge. And in comes the ball from Calvin. Phillips getting there ahead of Sawyers to Dallas. Jack Harrison. He's dinked one over to Ben White. That's your centre-back, by the way. Come on, Ben White. He's played it into Click to Stuart Dallas. Is he looking for that ball? He can't beat the first man. It's gone as far as Furlong, but he's found its way out to Click. Nice bit of footwork from Click. Here's Calvin Phillips. He's going to dick one long. Oh, Ayling across. Bamford's get a shot off. Oh, he's give it handball. Give it handball. I've just said they're trying to dink one across and ended up saying Dallas has tried to dick one across. I was meant to say dink. I said dick, but there you go. It's live. It was an handball, apparently, from Bamford when it's gone in. Last goals in the last 15 minutes, guys, this season. West Brom 14, Leeds 12. We're now entering that stage of the game where it is the last 15 minutes. Goals conceded by minutes 76 to 90 plus minutes has been 8 this season in the Championship. West Brom have scored 14 goals and we've scored 12 within the last 15 minutes of the game. So this game is far from over. That tells you that. Would we all? Probably both teams probably sitting here, probably Bielsa and Bilic saying, "I'd take a point." I'd take a point. Phillips tries to get round Douglas, but Douglas has done well. No worries, Joe. We only start playing with 10 minutes to go, says Dino Plummy. Cooper, what is that? That is piss poor. It's like tried to shin it out. Ben White has to clear up for him. Barry Douglas gives it back to Ben White, who finds its way to Kiko. Kiko, get rid. He's give it central into Dallas, which is really good. Well done under pressure. Luke Aylin's got a bit of space, and he finds clicking space. Leeds now on the counter. Come on, Leeds United. He's got Romain Sawyers checking him, but he's give it to Harrison. Can Harrison do anything with it? He's tried to play it into a dangerous area, but there wasn't really any Leeds bodies in there, and Bartley clears it. It's now Phillips. Gives it to Barry Douglas. Barry Douglas to knock one in. He can't beat the first man, Furlong. And it's gone as far as Cooper, but he gives it back to Barry Douglas. Barry Douglas, instead of knocking one in, gives it into Click to Jack Harrison. Harrison to deliver again. No, he's going to run at Furlong. He's got round Furlong. Oh, he's tried to pick out Costa, and it's just too far ahead of Costa, and it's going to go for a West Brom throw-in. It's a decent knock, to be fair, but Costa just can't quite get on the end of it. Stephen Brady says 90th minute, Leeds will score late. I hope you're right, mate. Get in, come on, Paddy, says Mark Coleman. 422 people watching this. Thank you ever so much. Please smash a like on the video. Please share and please subscribe to the All Leeds TV YouTube channel. We're 78 minutes in. It's West Brom 1. It's Leeds 1. You've got Charlie Austin, most goals by subs this season. Guess who's top? West Brom. They seem to be hitting the charts. And now you see Charlie Austin warming up. He will be a danger. We need to be aware of his threat. Cooper tries to play it long. It's met by Ajayi. Clicks in the back a bit by Sawyers there. But Townsend trying to play a pass into Prairie has made its way. But Ben White's done ever so well to nick in front of him. Give over Livermore, appealing for a free kick there. But it went to Kiko. Leeds United, was that shirt signed by Leeds United players? Yes, it was, mate. Aye. Last season. There's a few on there. It actually says to Joe, keep up the videos. Wee. So that shows that some of them do watch. Here we go then. Here's Kyle Bartley. Kyle Bartley dinks it out wide to Furlong. Furlong, decent touch, and he's give it. Yeah. It's going to be a West Brom throw, nicked in front. Liam Goodwin, I can't show the game, makes the video get taken down, pal. It's not how it works, brother. Imagine Bielsa watching videos. Yeah, imagine. Here we go then. So it's going to be Kiko. We're entering into the last 10 minutes. Liam Goodwin, it is Leeds United 1, West Brom 1. West Brom, much better in the first half. Went 1-0 up early doors from a goal, from a set piece, a corner, and Semi Ajayi towed it in. Second half, Bamford comes on. He's been on the pitch about 6 minutes. He scores a header. It comes off Bartley. It's Leeds 1, West Brom 1. Leeds have been much better in the second half. All right, kid, my tall man said Ian, his name says. I don't know what that says, SJH. Alex Keys is the winner here, getting promoted this season, or too early to say? I'm not sure. I know what my thoughts are, but I don't want to jinx it. Here we go then. Here's Luke Ayling trying to send it long to Bamford, but it's met by Townsend. Luke Ayling. Oh, he's done well to get round Livermore. Oh, Costa tried to let it run for Bamford, and it was the right thing to do, but it didn't quite seem they were on the same page. Cooper beats Hal Robson-Kanu, but he's headed it to Kyle Edwards. Kyle Edwards is dangerous running with the ball, but Clicks made a brilliant challenge. He's pulled him back. It's a free kick. Shouldn't be doing that. Fian Murphy is Dallas still striker. 10 minutes left then, guys. 9 minutes there or thereabouts, plus a little bit of stoppage. It's West Brom 1, it's Leeds 1. Would you take this now 10 minutes from the end? Yes. But these teams go to the end. Scored in the last 15 minutes, 14 goals by West Brom. Scored in the last 15 minutes, 12 goals by Leeds. both up there. I mean, it's my dad joining the watch along. Kid says, "Keep up the good work." Shout out SJH and his dad. Peace. He's the ball over from Ben White. That is a good knock. Jack Harrison can't quite get there. Oh no! Sam Johnston comes out. It's a good ball across. He comes to meet the ball and gets there just. I think it's Ben White plays a lovely ball across. Sam Johnston, a bit in no man's land, manages to get it away from Harrison's head, and he tries to take Bamford on, and he's actually challenged. He got lucky because it went out for a West Brom goal kick. Ray, LUFC, I have to leave work now. We'll listen on my phone on the way home. Thanks, Joy. We'll sponsor you again. Cheers. Great commentary. Thank you very much for watching, Ray. I hope I helped you during wake. Have a safe journey home, mate. And have a nice evening, pal. Here's Calvin Phillips bringing it out in the centre of the park. Ayling pings the ball out to the left. Harrison's on all the time in the second half. Can he get round Furlong? He can. It's a lovely ball to Douglas. Douglas picks. Oh, it's offside. Oh, well played on that left-hand side. Ayling with an absolute blinder of a ball. I don't think Harrison's not offside either. The flag goes up. He wasn't offside. It was Douglas, I think, who plays a nice reverse pass into Bamford, and it looks like it could have been 2-1 Leeds. But looks like Zahor is coming on now for West Brom. 83 minutes played. It's West Brom 1. It's Leeds 1. It's going to be a West Brom corner. Route 66 UK says, I'm a West Brom fan, but want both of these teams to go up. Sam Rumerson says, cheers from Denmark. Great commentary, buddy. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Joe Hales, who are you, mate, being a Blues fan? Mickey Mullen, great commentary, mate. Cheers for this. No worries, it's a pleasure. 426 people watching is absolutely huge. Thank you so much all for tuning in. Please like the video, please share, and please subscribe to All Leeds TV. After the watch along, you will have your post-match reaction from Conor and from Oscar and possibly Tash and Jack. Gary Nilblock says he would take a draw. Gareth Roberts says top coverage from the North Wales. Thank you. And if you can, guys, while I'm at it, I know I keep mentioning it, but please sponsor me for Red January. Here's the ball in for Pereira. Kiko's done ever so well. Sticks a fist on it. Bam. Takes it away from anyone's head, and it's gone for another corner. Pereira's got a right delivery on him, it has to be said. And Livermore and Bartley coming in behind. Kiko, bang, Superman punch, out it goes. Clyde Binley, when is the next watch along? I'm not sure, mate. We'll have to see. Collaborator 72 says, geez, they have a good bench. They do, mate, they do. They've got cash though, right? Get it out. Yeah, it's a free kick. It's about time, referee. I was worried then for a second. It was another ball in. Kiko, a little bit in no man's land. Gets his hand on it. Let's have a look here. It's crossed in. Furlong, like, sort of back heels it across, and Kiko gets his hand to it. And then Ben White tries to clear it, but anyway, it's fouled, and Leeds get a free kick. We've got 6 minutes left to play, 5 minutes more or less. Gareth Roberts, does Brindle, you've been applied for his job, mate. Ring Leeds United and tell them I'll do it, man. Charlie Simpsons says, where are we going? Mate, you're a legend. Thank you for all your commentary. If you weren't commenting, I wouldn't have nothing to see what the scores are. Thanks, pal. No worries, pal. Thank you for tuning in. Clyde Binley says you do a great job. Fionn Murphy, our Leeds top of the table on goal difference. We would be after this year. We were prior if it was to stay like this. Vamos Lee says Gabriel De Cruz Capella. The ball's kicked out by Johnson. It's Luke Ayling. We've got 5 minutes left to play. He's tried to give it Costa, but Romain Sawyers gets there ahead of him. Bartley tries to ping a ball out to the left. Kanu gets there. It's Furlong actually, but anyway, it's gone for a Leeds United throw. Leeds United in the chat says 6 minutes at a time, probably. Story 65 says Derby playing Rooney tomorrow. Heard we will bring Strachan back. Let's have a look. Here's Harrison. Carl LUFC said he would take a point now. Joe Hales says, who the in Ella Leeds. We are Leeds United, mate. Biggest team in the division. Oh, Costa, poor first touch. I think it was a bit... Barry Douglas has hit it out and it finds its way to Costa, but it's a poor first touch. And Sam Johnston then gives it to Townsend. Townsend brings it inside to Sawyers. Hal Robson-Kanu. He's ever so good with his back to goal, Hal Robson-Kanu. Costa challenges Townsend, who was away, he was round him, and he's pulled it back for a free kick. And 3 minutes left to play. Costa's now given a yellow card for the challenge on Townsend. Martos Verón says, listening from Argentina, go Leeds, thank you very much. Townsend gets round. Yeah, Costa and Townsend goes to ground. This is going to be a bit of a dangerous position. They're going to smash this ball into the box, as you'd imagine. Helder Costa booked. That's his second of the season. Carlo UFC said Bamford has been awesome again. Dallas has run his bollocks off as per. Pereira's going to knock one in here. Oh, I think it's Hal Robson-Kanu who ends up winning the ball ahead of Douglas. No, sorry, it's Furlong. Wins the ball ahead of Douglas, and it goes for Leeds United goal kick. We have 2.5 minutes left to play plus stoppage. If you could give me the point now, I'd take it all day long. 100%. You've still got 8 points over Brentford, and you're playing, up there. Oh, there's another free kick for Leeds United up there with, with us, being the best teams in the division. Then the chasing pack will be probably. Don't know if they'd be happy with the draw. Maybe teams like Brentford would think, look, let one of them win and we can pull in the other. I'm not sure, but listen, 2 minutes left to play. Based on the first half, based on the quality that West Brom have, I would take a point at this point. But the thing is, we need to stay alive because, like I've said earlier, and like it flagged up on Sky, Leeds United. Oh, that's not a free kick, man. Bamford's challenging with Ajayi when the ball's come over and Ajayi's just hit the deck and the referees give the free kick. But what we need to be aware of, guys, sorry, just before I seen that, the teams that have scored the most goals in the last 15 minutes have both been West Brom and Leeds. West Brom with 14, Leeds with 12. So we need to be aware of that. The threat that West Brom hold. It's cleared out there by Ben White and Bamford's challenging with Ajayi. Clicks paid it through to Bamford. Oh, Bamford's had a shot at goal. He probably should have cut it back. The cut back for Click was on. He was put through by Click. It was ever so well. He's through on goal. He's hit it. Sam Johnston's made a save. For me, he probably could have pulled it back to Click. It would be interesting to see that back. KP's challenged. Are we getting a free kick? No, we're not. I wonder if we'll go back to that chance there. They are doing the ball's cleared, I think, by Dallas, possibly. Bamford again. This is what we missed in the first half, making Ajayi into a mistake. Yeah, Bamford has to play in Click. He has to. And here comes Pereira in our box now. Pereira, he's giving it to... Oh, God! Made an absolutely fantastic save. Absolutely fantastic save. It's from the youngster, Kyle Edwards. Pereira picks him out. He gets round White. He has a shot, but Kiko's made a fantastic save. Opportunities at both ends. Leeds could be 2-1 up. If Bamford would have cut it, I understand why he's had the shot at goal, but if he cuts it back to Click, Leeds are 2-1 up. It goes up the other end. Pereira's in the box. He cuts it back to Edwards. Here comes the corner from Pereira. It's met by Patrick Bamford once again. Well done, Paddy. Townsend tries to send it back in. Kiko was going to come. However, Ailey's done ever so well to get round him. Here goes the ball up field from Costa. Bamford and Harrison chasing it down up against Sawyers. Sawyers hits it long. Hal Robson-Kanu, so good with his back to goal, wins the ball. However, it bounces favourably to Click. Harrison's running. He's managed to get the ball over from Click. Can he pick the right pass? Can he get round Sawyers? He has got round Sawyers. He's played it into Dallas. Dallas to cross it in. It's gone to Costa at the back post, but Townsend wins it. We've got 3 minutes of added, 2 minutes left to play. Here's Edwards breaking away. I think both teams would be happy with a point at this point. You just don't want to lose this game. Don't want to lose it. And here, Phillips is on the break. He's up against Ben White. Ben White, you don't let him get past you there. He's played it into Kiko. There's a foul there as well. He's took him out. But yeah, Mickey Mullen, Casilla has had a good game. You know, I remember at half time, yeah, that's all Leeds now said, who's saying sack Kiko now? You know, there was people at half time saying the game's lost, Kiko's rubbish, etc., etc. He's been really good this second half. Stretcher looks like it's going to have to be brought on, though. It looks like Kiko's took one in the ribs. It's Zahar who crosses it. Hal Robson-Khan who leaves one on him. Oh no, it's actually Barry Douglas that clashes with Kiko. Gabriel Romero says, Vamos Leeds Carajo. There is 1 minute left to play. You are correct, Leeds United. However, Kiko's down, so we're going to have to wait for this. There could be a further minute. But look, Leeds fans there, you know, us at home, then travelling to a ground. The fact that we went 1-0 behind, you know, early doors, you know, you've got to be happy with the point. I would be. And then we move on. I think Chef Wednesday at home's the next one on the 11th of January. I can't move the camera more because then I won't be able to see the TV and that, unfortunately. Plus, I don't want to get the video taken down. That's as best as I can do for you guys. Sorry. Let's see. It won't do it, look. Like, it's just because of where the TV is, but I can't move the TV due to the camera where it's all plugged in. I am sorry. Joseph Davis says 4 points out of 6 versus West Brom is fantastic. Yes, 100%. Not many teams will do that, will they? But listen, the 93 minutes are up. We're probably going to play an extra minute, in my opinion, just for that issue on Kiko. And it's us who have the ball. And Kiko's going to send it long. It's headed. Into Hawk, keep it in. He's got round Ben White, but Ben White's give it Kiko. Kiko, you send that ball long. He has done. Costa's met it. It's ailing. Oh, well done, Mateus Click. Well done, Mateus Click. He's done ever so well there. Leeds are on the break here. Barry Douglas. Could this be the last attack of the game? He's tried to dink it through to Harrison. It's the wrong decision, and it's a poor pass, and it's going to be Zahar who's going to be picking this up on halfway for West Brom. We do not West. Oh, well done, Liam Cooper. Getting there ahead of Pereira. Sawyers plays it back to Townsend. Townsend back to Johnson, who's going to send it long. That's 94 played now with 93 minutes. He sends it long. It's full time. It's West Brom 1, Leeds United 1. You're taking that all day. Great embrace from Bielsa and Slaven Bilic at full time. They're probably both buzzing, to be honest. They're probably both thinking, do you know what? It's ones apiece. Let's just take it, get away, move on to the next one. I think we've all got to be happy with that, lads. We've all got to be happy with that. It's a great result. A tough place to go. I'm absolutely buzzing. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to quickly do... Yeah, Clive Binley says, fuck's sake, thanks for that. 445 people that are watching at the end. Thank you so much. Please smash a like on the video before you do go. Please sponsor me for Red January, which I will put in the comments now. And yeah, I'm just absolutely buzzing. It's a great point. Thank you, Gareth Roberts, who said it was great. Great coverage. I'm happy with their point. You've got to be. Make sure you tune in to all Leeds TV. Oh, Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford has been given the man of the match by the looks of it. Or it could be Jack Harrison. I'm not too sure. Let's wait and see for that. Michael Hamilton said, good point on the road. Colin the Cockerel says, nice mutual respect with the managers. Yes, it was really nice to see. Oren Maguire, brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, really, for tuning in. Thank you all for the lovely comments we've got. Thanks a lot from Niigata, Japan. Thank you so much. That's absolutely crazy. Thank you for watching. Bernard Scott says, great coverage. There's applaudits all round. I think both set of fans would probably have taken this before the game. We were much better second half. A lot of that was to do with the introduction of Patrick Bamford. You've got a chat here between Stewie Dallas and Patrick Bamford. I think Stewie Dallas has been given the man of the match. Again, another one. A lot of people, yeah, Stuart Dallas given man of the match. A lot of people give that kid grief. A lot of people saying he is no good in that position. He got the man of the match. He was fantastic again. He runs his bollocks off 24/7. Patrick Bamford came on second half and changed it. he was causing problems for Ajayi and Bartley. They didn't know what to do, and that's why the guy should have started. I think it was a poor decision from Bielsa for him to start with Eddie. It's probably the first time where I've gone, but there you go. Game changer from Patrick Bamford. Well done, sir. Absolutely buzzing. Michael Hampton, I will see you at Millwall. Make sure you drop me a message on social media. Guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. Stick around on the channel because Conor and Oscar will have their reviews up after. Absolutely buzzing. And I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I'm absolutely knackered and I've got to be up early to do another run in the morning. But I won't be doing 13 mile this time. Please sponsor us for Red January. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you from Iceland, Nice, Nintendo. Buzzing with that. Let's go on now. There's 10 days between now and the next home game with Chef Wednesday. So let's look forward to that. Hopefully see you all at the ground. And let's do this, man. Bye-bye, Andy. Let's look for that replacement now, guys. Peace out. Love yous all. Happy New Year. Hope 2020 is the best for yous. And I'm off ski. Bye now.